Hey, good morning. I can't believe it's already the last week of January, right? Yes, 24th. January 24th. I'm just like in awe that January has already gone by as fast as it has gone by. It's amazing. So, hey, welcome. This is Yellow Brick Road to Reselling. I'm Tamara. I'm just going to talk a little bit while we wait for people to pop in. So, this is for you that are watching on the replay. I'm a full-time reseller who works part-time hours on my business, and I sell on a bunch of platforms. I'm going to go over my list up here: eBay, Etsy, Shopify, Poshmark, Mercari, Bonanza, Facebook, Amazon, Kitizen. I think that's all of them. Um, yeah, that's what I do. Today we are packing orders for eBay, Poshmark, and Etsy. I think that's all we have today is Etsy. So sometimes you'll see me do Amazon because I do some Amazon FBM, but not very often. I'm going to start to be pulling back way back from that. I'm actually going to be pulling back from all of this type of shipping and really focus more on FBA. But I'm actually going to be talking about something today that is even more going to be taking up a lot of my time in the future. It's already started to take up a lot of my time, but we'll talk about that as people pop in. So yeah, I'm only got 11 orders today. Excuse me, I got a tickle in my throat. I feel like I might be coming down with something, which hope that's not the case. Just my sleep pattern's been really off the last few days, and um, today I was like, oh, do I even want to go live? I just didn't even have the energy. I just didn't feel like it today. I almost didn't come on with you guys. I didn't even drink coffee. I've been cutting back on my caffeine intake. I don't know if this has got caffeine in it. I don't think so. This is that clear American black cherry. I know you guys who watch me. You know I show you this all the time. Um, I don't think it has caffeine in it. I mean, it's a sparkling water, flavored sparkling. Oh, zero caffeine. Here we go, right there. Zero caffeine. Perfect, because I am cutting back on my caffeine intake. I think it's bruxism. I think I say that right. I grind my teeth, and my teeth, I have some crowns on a couple of my teeth, and they have been ground all the way down where you like that you can't even see that it's a crown there anymore because like the color is different that's underneath it. So I've got to cut back on caffeine, and I had done that. My doctor had suggested that, and I'm like, how can 1 cup of coffee, because that's all I would drink was 1 cup of coffee. I'm like, how can 1 cup of coffee make me grind my teeth at night? Like, we're talking hours and hours later. And so he goes, just try it and let me know. And I tried it and it worked. Like, I stopped grinding my teeth, and my jaw wasn't hurting me in the morning and all that. So I did that for quite a few months, and I've been kind of adding caffeine back in the morning. With my in-laws living here, we brew a whole pot. So it's easy for me just to pour a cup and not have to do a K-cup. And I've been drinking coffee again, and I've noticed it took a little while, but I've noticed I'm grinding my teeth again. So it's time to go back to no caffeine. We'll see. I don't know. I don't really have withdrawals like some people do. So let's see. We got good morning, Karen. I think I got that right. Why do I always question that? I wrote it down at one point. I need to put it like in front of me. I wrote it down, but I think I flipped the page. And good morning, Michael. I don't know. Hey, Michael, I was looking at when I logged on today, I was like, oh, I'm going to look at my YouTube stats just to see how my numbers are. And let me pull it. I'm going to pull it up here so I get the wording correctly in YouTube Studio. Oh, what am I? Forget it. That has me under a different YouTube. Let me see. YouTube Studio. So there was something. So if anybody is not following the Thrifting Goomba, you should go follow him. It said I've reached 20,000 watch hours, and I clicked on that, and then it got to a page and it said, oh, my top cards. So for the lifetime of, I guess, whenever I put a card in my video, the Thrifting Goomba is the #1 card that has been clicked. So must be in one of my videos, I mentioned your channel and people have clicked it. So I just wanted to let you know, I have actually sent people to your channel. Yes, Karen, like the meme. I don't know. And I am so, so sorry that I am constantly forgetting if you're Pam or Karen. I don't know why I get you two mixed up all the time. I just don't understand that. And I know every day, right, every week, I am apologizing for it. All right, I got 11 orders today. And then I'm going to talk to you guys about something later on. And it might change a lot with how this channel goes. Just going to let you know. All right, so let's get packing some orders. Oh, but first, because I know a lot of people drop off after 20 minutes. That's what my analytics say. I'm going to tell you, if you are new to eBay, if you're watching this and you're new to eBay, this is what not to do. It didn't shake and shimmer. All right, this is an order that I purchased. And if for you that have been around, I talked about this last week. I think it was last Monday, actually a week ago. I talked about this order right here for this Tampa Bat t-shirt. I didn't even know that it said Tampa Bat. That's really funny. Tampa Bay t-shirt that I ordered. I really wanted to wear it for the game this weekend, but unfortunately, it didn't arrive. And not only did it not arrive, Tampa Bay is now out of the playoffs, so I'll have to wait till next year to wear it at one of their games. Not at their game, but while watching it. All right, so remember I was talking about how cheap it was? This shirt was only $4.50, and I ordered it on January 15th. I just want to show you guys this. So on January 15th, they created the label, right? They didn't ship it until the 22nd, which was another whole week later. A whole week. I was supposed to get it by the 22nd. That's what the estimated delivery was, by the 22nd. So I thought, oh great, if I get it on the 22nd, I can wear it for the game. I knew there was a possibility I wouldn't get it, but they didn't even ship it for a whole week. Don't be that type of seller. Don't print a label, mark it as shipped, and then not ship it for a whole week. If you only ship every Saturday, print your label on the Saturday you're going to ship, or print it on Friday night. Like, it's just ridiculous. So the whole talk was on this, actually, all right, I'm sorry. So on this, the store, what we talked about a week ago was how cheap they sell their stuff for. $360, $180, $180, $450, and these are new with tag items. $1.35 for a brand new shirt. $1.80. So it was like, I was wondering if I was going to get it at all. But if you look at their feedback, it's pretty good feedback. And then somebody had mentioned their name is like of an Indian, I think, nationality. So they were wondering if possibly they were actually drop shipping. So that is a possibility. So I will check when I get the package and see whether or not it really, well, that did show that it's going through Utah. So maybe it takes a week for them to get it from India. I don't know. But if you look at their feedback, right, fast shipping, this is why I ended up ordering from them, because I'm like, wow, their prices are really good. And then I thought, oh, I'll probably get it in time for the game, a week away, because everything is fast shipping, fast ship, fast delivery, fast shipping, fast shipping, fast shipping. Like, it's so many times people mention how fast their shipping is. Like, there really wasn't anything about delayed delivery in the feedback, right? They have a couple, if you go up here, there's a couple some neutrals and some negatives, but none of them have anything to do with delivery or, honestly, even the quality of the stuff. Really, it's kind of, how people leave feedback and you're like, yeah, that's the buyer's fault, or, that type of thing. That's kind of how I felt. So I'm so bummed I didn't get it. And all right, let me stop that. Yeah. So I was kind of bummed about that. I really wanted to wear it, but don't be that type. Like, I'll print my label on a weekend, but it'll be in the mail on Monday. Or like, I might print a label like this afternoon after I've done my mail run, but it'll be dropped off at least by the next day. I don't print it and then it's like days or a week later. All right. Hey, good morning, Sherry and Carlene and Greg. I still always feel like I'm on the Romper Room. You guys remember that show, The Romper Room? Where the lady would always come on and she would say, hello, James. Hello, Michael. She would say all those names like in the screen, and you were hoping she would mention your name, even though she was just saying random names. But when you're on a TV, obviously there's like a lot of people watching. All right, let's get some packing done. And then there was something else I wanted to show you guys today. I don't know what it, I can't remember what it was, but I did want to talk to you guys about something. So Karen says maybe COVID affected them, like they got it or had to isolate, but should have sent a message. Yeah, I actually messaged them twice throughout the week, asking them if they were going to be dropping it off at the post office anytime soon. And then I was like, hey, are you going to actually ship this? I sent that, I think it was on Friday. And they never replied to any of my messages, which that actually was that first neutral I saw. I should have stayed on it long enough, but that neutral was pretty much saying how they had an issue with their order, and the buyer and the seller never was even responding to their messages. When you print a label on Saturday for Monday's shipment, do you put Monday's date on the label or Saturday's? I try and remember to change it to Monday, but sometimes I forget. Yeah, sometimes. It used to be when I lived in Vermont, my post office, the lady there, oh my gosh, her name was Donna. She was a hard-nosed person. Like black and white. If you printed that label and said Saturday and you didn't drop it off till Monday, you go back and print a new label that says Monday. Like she was that, like, oh my gosh, ridiculous. Yes. So I've been really good at changing it, but there are definitely times I forget. Hey, good morning, Tommy. So Greg says, hey, that is terrible. I even ship on Saturday just because I ship ASAP on everything. Always have. Yeah, I love it. I mean, that's during Q4 with the holidays, just especially because I know there was delays and people are hopefully hoping they get it by Christmas. I shipped on Saturdays all through Q4 just because, well, I shouldn't say all four, probably November and December, just because I knew people were hoping to get it for Christmas, and that was definitely important to them. So I like to show that type of service, or not show it, I guess provide that type of service. But I do have 11 orders today. Let's get started on those so we can just knock them out, get them out of here. All right, I gotta open up another window here because I got 2 Etsy store orders, and when I was on the Etsy store I didn't want to do right now. So let's open up this Etsy. Oh my gosh, I belong to some Facebook groups. I talk about them all the time on here. I don't always mention the names, but obviously I hang out in Facebook every morning for like an hour or more because I lay in bed, and that's what I do before I decide to actually get out of bed, is I just read Facebook. And I was reading, I think it was yesterday, somebody was talking about Etsy ads. And I said, I don't do Etsy ads at all, because someone wanted to know how much do people spend on Etsy ads. And I said, I don't do Etsy ads, but I do Etsy offsite ads, which is different. So Etsy ads, for those who sell on Etsy or starting or thinking about it, Etsy has 2 different ad programs. One of them is you go onto Etsy as a buyer, you will see like the promoted listings, right? They're at the top, and they're at like the first and the third and the fifth. Like there's so many of them. So if you're searching for something, you'll see those promoted ads all over Etsy, all over Etsy. I have tried those. They have not been very successful for me, primarily with my planners, because most of my planners, there are a ton of printable planners on Etsy, like a bazillion of them. So when somebody was to type in anything with planners, that's what comes up. Like so much of that comes up. And there's those people who are doing printable planners like that. They have no cost. Once you create your printable planner, it's just like a replenishable. It's like passive income. So they got a little more and somewhat wiggle room to throw on some AdSense and stuff like that. So I don't do that just because it didn't work out for me. But what I do use is Etsy offsite ads. So let's say somebody wanted, I'm going to ship this next, a Snoopy planner, right? A little pocket Snoopy planner. Or they just wanted a pocket planner or purse size planner, or, whatever the keywords would be somebody would put into a search for this planner. They may not even think of going to Etsy because they wouldn't think, oh, I'm going to go buy a planner on Etsy. Most people don't think of that. But they would go to Google and they would type in a pocket size planner, or I don't even know what they call these. I don't know. Or like, just again, a Snoopy planner. So they would just type this into Google and up would come my listing for Etsy and they would click it and go buy it from me. That's where I get most of my sales from, are those. Those charge 15%, which is hefty, but I charge more on Etsy than I do on any other platform. Hey, we got a few more people in here. Good morning, Glenn. Swamp Picker is here. And Timothy Doyle Warehouse has popped their heads in to say hello. So why don't we get ahead and start packaging this one right here. I got some eBay. I'm going to use my eBay ones. I should have grabbed some more of these. Looks like I got 2 more things I could have used. This is my last envelope. I got to grab some more. So people have been asking me so many questions about off-site Etsy ads in this Facebook group. And somebody actually sent me a personal message from India. Funny enough, we were talking about India earlier. And I said, 3 ounces. And I told them about it. But, I think it really depends on what your market is. And I think you kind of have to play around and see on Etsy what works best for what you're selling. Because maybe putting a promoted ad on Etsy does well for you if it's not an oversaturated market. Or if you have a lot of wiggle room in your pricing where you can bump yourself way up. But I think if you got wiggle room, that's great. If you don't have wiggle room, it's really hard to spend. Some people spend $1 a day. That's $30 a month. But what are you getting out of it? I mean, what's your ROI? How much are you making on what you're selling? And some people only have like $1 in profit they're making on some of their stuff. Okay. Print my label. So I think you really got to pay attention and see. And like I said, for me, if I'm selling something for $20 on eBay, I increase it by at least 15% to sell on Etsy to cover that 15%. Why didn't I show you? So that was a little pocket-sized planner. Hey, good morning, Anissa. With Snoopy. Snoopy's very popular. Oh, I know. I should tell you guys. If you're in my Discord, you see some of the conversations I've had with some buyers recently. This weekend, I had a buyer. I'm trying to remind myself about what the conversation was. Hold on, let me grab I'm going to grab my Discord here. Okay, forget it. It doesn't want to open up. I'll remember in a little bit. Once I get this packaged up, I'll pull it up. I can't remember what the person was complaining about. Oh, I knew what it was. So somebody reached out to me on Facebook a couple weeks ago, and they wanted to buy one of my Christmas ornaments. And they said, hey, did I say hi to Anissa, by the way? Good morning, Anissa, in case I forgot you. And they said, do you have any more? They're Spode. The brand name is Spode. They said, do you have any more Spode ornaments? And I said, I do. So I sent them pictures of the other ones that I had listed on eBay. And they said, I'll take all of them. They wanted like one of all of them. And I said, okay, I'll send you those 4 of them. And I said, it's going to be $10 an ornament, which was less than I was selling them for 18. So I gave them for 10. Honestly, I'm just barely making any profit. But we'll talk about later. I want to get all this stuff out of here. So I'm really starting to liquidate my stuff. So I said, all right, $10 plus $10 in shipping because they live in California. So it'd be 4 ornaments going to California. So it total was, wait a minute, that would be 50. No, she paid me 60. The total was 60. So maybe it wasn't $10 an ornament. May have been, I don't know. The total came up to $60. And so I sent them off, and she messages me and says, hey, I didn't get my order. Have you mailed them yet? And I'm like, oh yeah, here's the tracking, right? It was attached. So she paid via PayPal because we did a bulk thing. So we did it through PayPal. And she originally wanted to pay me through Zelle, but I said, I don't do Zelle, but I'll do PayPal. And she goes, well, I don't do PayPal. And I'm like, well, that's the only way I'm going to do it, which now I'm kind of glad I stuck to it. So she ended up finally, after like a couple of days, she finally was like, okay, I'll do PayPal. Like she kept hemming and hawing. Like every day I kept hearing from her multiple times. And then finally she did it. And I said, or I could set it up on Facebook and you could just pay me through Facebook Pay. So she did PayPal. Ended up being that she gave me the wrong address. So her address is like 34112 and she gave me 34113. Right? One digit off. She typed it in wrong. And that's, I sent it through PayPal shipping and I used the address that she provided through PayPal. Well, ended up it's coming back to me because the address wasn't right. And I'm like, I cannot, first of all, I can't believe the post office didn't look and say, oh, Mary Jones. Oh yeah, Jones lives next door to the Smiths. So we know that we're across the street from the Smiths. Like whoever's on that postal route should have known, should have seen the name and realized it was off by one digit. Ridiculous for on the post office's part, ridiculous. But anyways, coming back to me. So she's like, well, you need to send it back to me or refund me all my money. And I said, well, you pay $10 more in shipping and I will send it back to you at your correct address. And she's like, well, you made the mistake. You sent it to the wrong address. And I said, well, that's the address you provided me. So we were going back and forth. And I finally said, this was on Messenger. And I was just like, I'm blocking this lady. These are the rules. She goes, I'm going to badmouth you all over. If you're in my Discord, you saw this. I put the screenshots up. And if you're not in my Discord, there's a link down below in my descriptions here. And she's like, I'm going to badmouth you all across Facebook and tell them not to buy from you. I'm going to report you to Facebook. And I'm like, report me. You didn't even buy it through Facebook. And she did say something about she was going to contact PayPal. And I'm like, go for it. I sent it to the address on file of your payment. So go for it. I mean, in the long run, I'm getting the 4 ornaments back. And what would I be out? I'll be out $10 in the long run. So, and actually it didn't even cost $10. I charged her 10 in shipping, but it actually was less than that because it fit in a 7x7x6 box. And I did go through pirate ship. I got, what's that called? Oh my gosh. Well, yeah, I got the cheaper shipping, cubic rate shipping. So I was able to do that. But yeah, I'm like, yeah, forget it. So we were watching the football game. This was Saturday night, watching football while I was having this whole conversation with this lady back and forth on my phone. I'm like, geez, lady, block. I haven't heard from her since, so the blocking worked. All right, hey, good morning, Laura. Laura's popped in. All right, so next on Etsy is I sold 2 of these. Right, so I'm glad I'm videotaping this. I am shipping 2 of them because I feel so strongly. I shipped 2 planners to a lady who ended up giving me a 1-star review saying I only shipped her 1. And then she said I only shipped her 1 because I was sold out of the other one, which wasn't the case at the time. I was sold out by the time she notified me and said she only got 1. But I was like, man, I wish I would have videotaped that on video right now on YouTube because I would be like, no, I sent you 2. So these are by the Happy Planner. And just so you can see what it's called, a Happy Planner. There you go. So these are planner accessories. These would snap into the disc-bound planners. And so this is a folder, stickers, a little bookmark, all that kind of stuff. So this person bought 2 of them. And it is going, I'm going to do a flat rate envelope for them. These flat rate envelopes have become my best friend. I have sent so many things in flat rate envelopes lately. I used to use the flat rate padded all the time. I don't know why I just didn't check to see how much fit in this versus that more often. But I'm pretty sure this is over a pound. Let's double check. Oh, it's not. It's only 14 ounces. I'm not using one of these. Where's it going? Indiana. 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 Okay, sweet. Oh, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to wrap it so I can put one of my stickers on it that advertises my website. Anytime I can redirect people to my website for future orders, the better. So I've talked to you guys a lot about, now that I see I got a few more people in here, I talked to you guys a lot in the last few weeks about changes I'm making to my business, how I'm going to start getting away from shipping. By the way, these are my stickers. I know I show them every now and then. Red Barn Planning. So these are just address labels, and I use that to close the tissue. And then this is what I stick in the envelope. So I have talked to you guys a lot about how we're going to be traveling a lot more, and I just don't want to be tied down to shipping out stuff like I'm doing right now. And I want to, oh, by the way, somebody, I can't remember who it was, commented and said, hey, don't forget, because I had made a comment about turning off my store for a whole, like the whole summer, because I'm going to be traveling. And they said, be careful, because if you go over that 90 days, you lose all your listings. And I'm like, oh, that's right. So it's really important that I'll be turning my store on at some point so I don't lose my listings. I just want to make sure I didn't go down to 13 ounces. Yeah, now I'm at 13 ounces. So my plan is to get rid of starting an eBay camp, says Tommy. You know, I don't, all right, I'll get back to my story for a minute, because now he brought up something that makes me think of it. I was watching Tommy's show, listening, watching and listening, because I was dozing off. Woke up at like 1:30, and you were still playing next on my end table, but I had fallen asleep. And I think I'd said goodnight to everybody because I had to go to bingo yesterday, and I kept you on. I just had said goodnight because I wasn't going to be actively chatting anymore. But so anyway, so the whole eBay camp, I don't even know what that's about, but I kind of got the gist from your conversation. It's really, I think, more of a stab on people who end up monetizing their value of what they feel is their value, which honestly, I'm okay with that. It's up to the consumer to decide whether or not it's something they feel the need to spend their money on. It's like people who decide to sell courses and that kind of stuff. I think there is some value in some courses. You just have to be a smart consumer of what course you should purchase. And there are some get-togethers that are actually not too bad to go to. Like, so I know like Victoria on the Adventures of Victoria, they're having some type of get together, which I won't go to because it's all the way in Florida. But I think Katie and Vicky, they had some little get together, which I heard positive things about on that one. Just anytime you can network, I think is always a good thing. I'm not sure what the eBay camp is, but yeah. All right, so back to my story. As I print my label here before I forget, because I get sidetracked so easily. All right, so yeah, so I'm gonna try and liquidate this stuff back here. That's my goal this year, is to try and get as much out of here as I can. Downsize what I'm doing here. Really focus more on if I'm going to do Amazon FBA. That was my focus. I've been telling you guys, right, to get back into more FBA. But it kind of took a turn last week. And that's what I wanted to talk to you guys about. Let me pop my label on here first. All right. So last week, I was doing some investigating on bundles. And I was going, because that's been my focus, was going to switch to doing bundles and that kind of stuff. Well, through the process of doing some research, I came across something that, as you all know, planners they're my passion. I love them. I love planners. I love all of them. I'm going to be shipping this one next. I love organization. I love stationery. I love journals and notebooks, stickers, like anything in that realm. I love. And that's why in December, I took the plunge and created my own Shopify store so I could start selling out of my own store. We've talked on here about me doing my own planner, creating my own planner, which I've really, really considered, but I've kind of been putting it on the back burner because I do enough just selling these types of planners and that kind of stuff. Well, I found something and it just opened my eyes to the realm of planners. And I'm not going to, at some point I'll probably tell you what it is, but I'm not going to right now. But I just opened my eyes to something and I thought that's where I should spend my time and energy. So I talked to a couple of close reselling friends of mine, and I said, "Hey, this is my idea. What do you think of this?" And they said, "It's a great idea." I talked to my husband, who, he's over there, I think, putting wood in the in the fire right now. But I said, you know, this means I'm not going to be focusing on doing Amazon. My sales are definitely going to dip. I'm not going to be listing on eBay as much because I'm going to be spending my focus creating planners, doing graphic design. I got to learn about what works best, Adobe InDesign or doing Canva or Microsoft Word, or like there's so many like different publishing things, like which one should I use, which one should I do. So I was looking at, so that's just going to take time when you focus on, as anybody who does Amazon and eBay knows, the minute you pull away from doing Amazon FBA and focus more on eBay, your Amazon takes a hit. The minute you focus on Amazon FBA, your eBay takes a hit. It always happens in the reselling world. Well, I shouldn't say always. All right, in my past history has always been that's what happens. So if I'm going to work on designing, publishing, then that's definitely going to take my time. And that's what I worked on Friday all day. I sat there watching some videos, pausing the video, copying what they were saying, going back and forth, um, and just kind of learning everything. And I said, I think that's where I'm going to sit. So my husband was perfectly okay with that. But it definitely will, like, financially probably hit us for a little bit until it hopefully takes off. But I might be sitting here a year from now saying, what a mess 2022 was. What a bad decision that was. I shouldn't have done that. I didn't realize this, or I don't know, right? I'll learn as I go along. But that brings me to what that means with this channel, because a lot of what I talk about here is what I'm selling on all these platforms. And my goal at some point is to hopefully not be selling hardly anything on these platforms. Well, I'll still sell hopefully my planners, but getting away from all these other things. I want to liquidate stuff. I kind of feel like I want to get my space in my life back a little bit, because this inventory has just completely taken over, and packaging every day has taken over. And it's not what I wanted for my reselling business. But of course, COVID hit and things just changed so much that it changed a lot. So that's kind of where I'm at. I'm assuming my sales are going to start to slow considerably because I'm not going to be listing as much. Although I do have a huge death pile, I consider huge, not probably huge to other people, but I got to decide what I'm going to do with that. So I'm going to start going through that stuff and decide, I'm going to donate this, or I'm going to list it, or like, what am I going to do? I got to figure that out. So I'm going to start running some really big sales. So as I'm selling stuff, I'll probably still come on here. I'll probably do shorter videos with you guys, not 3-hour Monday videos, because I got other stuff I got to get done. Planning on this week, focusing on doing an inventory to all this stuff behind me. And as I'm doing that, I'm probably going to start pulling stuff and getting rid of them and not keeping them on eBay. I think in February, my account is up for renewal and my store level on eBay. And I'm seriously thinking about seeing if I can get my store level down a level for the year. So I just got to figure that out. How much is it going to cost me until I get it down to that threshold? So I got to go review even what those thresholds are, because right now I'm at the $59 level, but I got 2,000 things listed on eBay right now. Well, I should say less than that, because I have not been listing as much lately. I haven't listed in a while. Like, I'll list maybe like 3 or 4 things, but it hasn't been any big major listings. No, yeah. So the Thrifting Gooba told everybody to smash the thumbs up button, which I would appreciate. And of course, Anissa hit the thumbs down. It's okay as long as you hit that twice. I love Canva. So yeah, I was playing around with Canva. The problem with Canva is when you're making a box, you gotta be so, like, I want to make sure it looks like a nice clear box. And sometimes with Canva, well, you can use the box, right? You can use the square, but there's times when you don't use a square. Like, I'm making the lines in a calendar for the month. So I got my lines. Well, there's times when the line just doesn't meet up perfectly. So I have a feeling that once I print it, what I created this weekend, once I print it, I'm probably going to go back and have to do a lot of cleaning it up. And I was actually thinking about maybe even hiring somebody on like Fiverr or something or Upworks to see if I can give them a rough draft and they can just create it for me. So I'm kind of thinking about that too. Like if I did just draw it on a piece of paper and say, okay, here, put this into whatever program you have. I got to find out how much that would cost. So are you able to just idle down eBay, etc. by 50% so you still have that as you work on your new thing, kind of safety net just in case? Yeah, I mean, it's going to be here. There's certain things I've purchased that I've got a lot of stuff on eBay that I don't want to just give it away. I think this is going to be like a full year process just to kind of see how things are. Um, yeah, I don't know. I told my mom yesterday, I spent the day with her. We went to bingo and first time in 2 years, which was so much fun. And I told her that, no more road trips. And she was kind of, huh? And I said, unless I hear of like in July when I was doing canning lids or stuff like that, I might pause from my planners just to focus and do something like the canning lids. Or some of the other products I was selling at quarter 4. That might take a backseat because I think once I get the stuff created, it'll just be tweaks. Like, all right, this is version 1, and the feedback is that this and this would work better, and then I'll just make some tweaks. So I don't know. But the other thing is while we're traveling in our RV, I've talked about how my husband sleeps till like 9 or 10 in the morning. I'm up in the summertime at like 4:30, 5 o'clock in the morning. So if I get up at 5 and he doesn't get up till 9, that's 4 hours, possibly 6 if he sleeps till 10. That's 5, 6 hours, or 4 to 5 hours. I'm going to be sitting around by myself. So it's a perfect time for me to just pop up the laptop and just be able to do any type of design, ordering, communicating, all that kind of stuff. Less can be more. Absolutely. Lot sales to other resellers. I've thought about that, but there's not a lot of resellers around here, so I would have to ship. Or I'm not aware of very many resellers. I don't know of any resellers actually around here. I don't personally know of any. I'm sure there are some. If you can make money in a passion project, go for it. Right, Greg? And I think that's the thing. And, a lot of people, when you first start reselling, you might try selling a little bit of everything or selling what you have around your house. And then you hear about stuff through Facebook groups and videos, YouTube, all that. And then you're like, oh, I love clothes. I have a passion for clothes or shoes, right? Like Tommy does a lot of shoes. So if you find, whether even if it's not a passion, but you just find like your knowledge bank is there and you find yourself doing that, like there are a lot of people who just do vintage and antique glassware, right? That's because that's what they love and they know, and they just get excited over that. And I think that's important. You got to find what you really enjoy and like. And that's, yeah. And that right now, that is so where my passion is. And it's been there. I never even thought of that when it came to reselling. I've been using planners for years and decorating them with stickers and colors and like just going all out on them for many, many years. And before I even was reselling, when I was working for the government and I had a planner and I decorated it every week. So it's been something I've really enjoyed. Um, good morning, Holly. Holly's here. Can you sell some products? Yeah, again, wholesale lots. Yeah, I probably could. I know that at one time I listed some stuff with Rockstar Flipper, and I think I sold one lot through him. Um, I don't I don't know. I don't know. Who wants to buy the stuff behind me? Because it's already been listed on eBay for years and it just hasn't sold. So who wants it? Any of you guys want stuff that's not selling? It probably just needs some refreshing. I sold something today that I got a package that has been listed for 3 years, and it sold today. So, things are still selling. They're just not fast sellers. Hey, Doyle, I didn't know you had a magazine. When I published my magazine years ago, my first issues had about 20 printed drafts before my first issue went out. I can imagine. Yes. And it's funny. I watched the I don't know if it was a documentary. Well, it wasn't a documentary. It was like a reenactment of the Playboy magazine and Hugh Hefner, and it was pretty much like his life story. Like a year ago, I think I watched it, and just him starting out and not knowing, and it's just kind of you never know. You never know what's going to happen. Like obviously, I don't think I'm going to be the next Hugh Hefner with my planners, but oh, that might be my father-in-law that came down. I just heard my husband snore. He must be back from his appointment. Um, if your new thing is what I'm thinking it is, I would definitely purchase from you. Yeah, so Karen, it's more than that. So I'll just say that I'm going to make planners that are probably not going to be, well, I'm not going to start off with like just a generic planner, right? It's not just going to be like a generic planner like this that anybody could use. I'm going to be making niche planners that are very focused for specific groups of people. I don't see where there's a large amount of those out there, where there's a lot of just, if you want a 2022 planner, there are a lot of planners out there. Mine's going to be very specific. So we'll see how that works out. I don't know. I'm really nervous. I'm nervous, excited at the same time. Although my husband did come home and made a comment about how all I did was watch TV all day Friday. And I'm like, listen, do you know I made 10 planner pages? And I had to learn how to make them to begin with. Right here. Yes, love what you do, then you will love life. Absolutely. It makes, I don't know, it's just different getting up knowing, right? But today I woke up and I was like not feeling it. I was mentioning it earlier, but I think it's because I was like, oh, I got to come on and I got to figure out like, what am I going to do with this channel? Like, I just don't even know how things are going to play out with this. I was thinking this weekend that I might end up at some point I might change my channel name. So I'm not all about reselling, but maybe a little more about maybe finding a niche or I don't know. I don't know. We'll see how this plays out and see where we go from there. I I'm just talking out loud, brainstorming with you guys out loud. It may stay exactly like this. I might get into this and just realize, yeah, this isn't for me. I don't know. I'm just it's something I'm going to jump into, and I really want to focus a lot into it to see to give it a good like do it. So I follow this lady. I just found her on YouTube, and Tatiana Muse is her name, and she does stationery and she makes planners, and she does coaching sessions, and I don't think I'm going to pay for a coach as of right now. I don't think I'm going to do that unless I find I come to a point where I'm like, I need guidance in this area. And then maybe, but we'll see. There's so much free information out there. It just takes a little more time to find it all. But so I was been watching her, and she had on her Instagram a post that said one day or day one. Right? Think about that. One day. So one day I'm going to do this. One day I might get to that. Or today is day one. Day one. Today is it. So that's I kind of read that on Friday, and that's or I should say it was I think on Thursday, and I said that's it. Today is day one. I'm going to do this. This is it. After I've talked to enough people, I've thought about it. Now I got to reach out to some people, some businesses I reached out to about wholesale accounts and let them know that, yeah, sorry, I just talked to you a week ago, but I've changed my mind now. That's what my business is like, right? Wish-washy. Hey, good morning, Phil. How is Texas? And good morning, Pam. How are you doing? And good morning, Claudia. Geez, y'all woke up at the same time, except for Claudia. She's been up for a while. You would be amazed, but terms reseller law on local Facebook. I found so many people I never knew existed locally. Yeah, you know me. I mean, maybe I should do something. We have a lot of like antique booths around here. There's a lot of people. Like when I go to those online auctions locally, it's the same people that buy at those online auctions. It's same names I see all the time. And I'm almost positive I've gone to some of the antique booths and I'm like, oh, I feel like I saw that whole collection on that auction. So I feel like that's probably if I've got stuff that could go into an antique booth, maybe putting that into one big lot would be good. Hey, see you later, Glenn. Off to work. Yes, a hoarder starter kit. Yeah, maybe I could do a planner that gives checkoff lists for hoarding. That's not on my list, but I could add that. Hey, good morning, Mom. Mom is here. Mom won at bingo yesterday. Are you planning to publish a magazine, New Hugh Hefner? What is going on, Tamara? Well, you know what? There is a lot of money in sex. No, just kidding. No, I'm going to probably be, well, not probably, I'm going to be publishing my own line of planners. I am taking that plunge. I've kicked the idea around long enough. It is time to that shitter get off the pot. I am going to be getting off that pot, or am I going to be shitting on it? What does that mean when people say that? I don't know. Whatever. Last week was day one. Isn't eBay just a photo gallery of my hoardings? Good morning, Lisa. Yes. Ask Nicole State how to make planners. You know, Tommy, it's funny that you would say her, because I had been talking about doing a reselling planner for quite a few years. And last year, I really started thinking about it. And then Nicole State had hers. She sold out of hers so fast, and her price point was outrageous. But she has had, I guess, great, because she's no longer around, a very large following in her like reselling world. And I think that helps. So that will be my challenge, is as I'm doing these niche planners, if I'm not in those worlds, how do I get them to look at my item? So that's going to be a challenge. But you know, her planner was only for like 3 months. Like every quarter you'd have to drop another $70 or whatever it was. Every quarter. It only was for one quarter. I don't know. Her planner was outrageously huge and big and so cumbersome. I'm wondering if anybody actually literally took the time to fill out every single one of those every day. Like she had daily pages, and like it made you think about your business but every day, but it was just so, in my opinion, so cumbersome. There was no way. You'd probably last like maybe a week, and then you'd be like, screw this. This is too much time. It's going to take a full-time job just to fill out that planner. So we'll see. Hey, good morning, Sylvia. Yes, you only have one life. Do what makes you happy. I am so excited about it. Honestly, I can't wait to get all this packaging done so I can get back to it. Just drop the reselling from the channel, plain and simple. Yellow Brick Road lifestyle. You know, but I've always been fearful once I created this channel of getting, I don't know who owns the rights to the Wizard of Oz, but I've always been a little worried about them coming after me. But I always knew I was never going to grow to be huge and be a huge like spotlight channel, because I just don't want to put that time and energy into it. So I don't really know. I don't know. Where is she these days? I have no idea where Nicole State is. No idea. She's probably goes by another name. She's probably out there somewhere, like on Instagram, but never shows her face. And she goes by like Junk Trader. Just kidding. No, she probably just goes by another name. Yeah, you should be good without a coach. I think so. I have read up and watched enough that I feel pretty comfortable about it. I do have friends that can be coaching me, like Laura. Who's in here. She owns her own brand on Amazon, and so she's gone through like the whole trademark and all that kind of stuff. I think at this point I need to decide if I'm going to stick with my brand name, which I think I am, but I need to find out if nationally it is or I guess, yeah, I would say at least nationally, if it's make sure there's no conflict with that brand name, and probably start getting that brand name registered so nobody else can jump on it. And if you have a good selection, some folks might travel. Yeah, they might. I mean, because I have some larger areas around here like Watertown, New York, and Syracuse is 3 hours. So, I mean, there is possibility some people could travel. I don't know. I just feel like I got crappy stock. So I'm totally loving the conversation this morning. Pity I got here late. Oh, sorry you got here late. I know I'm so bad at scheduling this early. I actually scheduled it like 15 minutes out and started it after like 5 or 10 minutes. We only live once. Go for it. Yeah, I'm just so excited. I really am beyond excited. People in the bathroom on their phones. That is not an internet cafe. Shit and split already. Yes, is that where that saying came from? I think it's probably been around before the internet, though. Yeah, it was a great experience. She just goes to the extreme. Yeah, that is absolutely it. Hey, good morning, Chicken Toad and MD Picker. It's funny how people come in at like the same time, groups of people. Oh, she was doing a collab with Mighty Shroom. I have no idea who that is. Mighty Shroom. Yeah, all right, that's a good idea. On the reselling planner, and possibly like I could even do collab with some people to give away some planners, and then hopefully that would get it going. So I don't. We'll see. Resellers. There's a lot more resellers around, but I just need to figure out. I like reselling planners. Not even on the top of my list. Believe it or not, it's not the top one I'm working on right now. I would sell resellers schedulers, not a planner to them. Planner has a bad taste in some mouths. Yeah, there's a planner I'm working on, and when I'm done with it, it's you can buy the full planner, and then there's pieces of the planner because I was talking to my mom about it yesterday. All right, so I'll tell you one of the planners. This isn't the one I'm working on right now, but I have a life history with this. One of the planners I'm working on is an Alzheimer's planner. So somebody who's got something like I don't know exactly what I'm going to call it yet, but I was thinking about my dad. And now that I got my in-laws living with me, oh my god. So even like a senior planner, right? Somebody so like a senior planner. We'll just say that too. But even the Alzheimer's. So with my dad with Alzheimer's, there were times that we would want to um like we would tell the doctor stuff at each appointment. We would have like updates. This is what happened this last period of time, and questions about, hey, what about this and what about that, and maybe even referrals that the doctor would have for us on things. So one of the pages I'm going to create in the planner is an appointment tracker type of thing. So within the planner, you'll have this one section on appointments. Well, I'm thinking about taking that out and having a whole book that you can buy if that's all you really care about out of the whole planner is that one section, that you can buy a journal notebook that is just those pages. So you would go to the doctor's, right? Or you'd make an appointment, you'd write it. This is again, my in-laws, I hear them all the time, and they're in their 80s. And they could write down their appointment and then what it's for, where they're going, like who I'm going to go see Dr. Johnson, and it's about I don't know, my knee is hurting me, right? Something like that. And which my father-in-law just got back from the doctors. So he's having issues with his leg. He's got pain in his leg. Well, he just went last week to an orthopedic surgeon doctor, and he referred him to a vascular doctor because they think maybe he's not getting blood flow through his whole leg. Well, leading up to that, there are all these statements that he wanted to make sure he told the doctor when he went. Well, especially right now, you can't even bring a loved one into the doctor's with you. You have to go in by yourself. And my husband went in for his infected toenails that they had to remove. He couldn't have somebody go in with him. So having my father-in-law go in, my mother-in-law is not there to be able to say, hey, don't forget you didn't tell him this or you didn't tell him that. So having everything written down is helpful. So the pages will kind of be like that. They'll say the doctor, why you're going, questions for your doctor, comments you want to make to the doctor, and then doctor's notes, and then an area for follow-up or referrals or all that kind of stuff. So some pages will be taken from there and turn in. So yeah, so you're right, Doyle. I think some people are kind of like planner. I'm not a planner. So those type of things though, having a shoot off of another product line, I think will help those. Aren't trademarks 50 years? I have no idea. You know what I was saying to my mom yesterday? what was it that I said their trademark must have expired? I can't remember what it is because Girl Scout cookies. Because do you guys notice how there are more and more fake Girl Scout cookies on the market now? I'm like, something must have expired where they were, because remember at one time, uh, Green Mountain Coffee Roasters was the only one who could use Keurig K cups. They were the only ones who could even do K cups. If you were Dunkin' Donuts, you had to collab with Green Mountain and Keurig. They were owned by the same company to create your K cup. Well, at some point, I don't know if it's a trademark, copyright, like whatever. I don't understand all those. Somehow that ends, and then all of a sudden now you see all these other company making K cups, like the Keurigs, but they're not called Keurig, right? Like Hamilton Beach makes a Keurig now, and that takes K cups. All that kind of went out. I don't know what the time frame is on that. I can't do a planner. I can't plan for the next 5 minutes. I know people love them. Yeah, and the one I'm working on right now, there are somebody that I've been reading some feedback on. I think one of my only competition right now, and a lot of people are saying how it's just really cumbersome. So I'm thinking of just listening to some feedback and making maybe two different lines of it, right? So you'd have the cumbersome one, and then you'd have the not so cumbersome. Because there are people like me who will be like, give me all these pages. But like Nicole State, hers was so cumbersome, like so beyond cumbersome. Reseller planner is a great idea because, as I observed, resellers haven't got a clue how to run simple reselling businesses. Yeah, and I'm hoping, especially for new resellers, that there would be tips in there or things that I'm saying to track, like mileage, right? Maybe even mileage tracker. That would be something where they're like, oh, I can deduct my mileage. Like they wouldn't even maybe, just from what I'm seeing with this whole IRS change of $600, there are so many people who are clueless on taxes and what you need to collect for expenses, and that you can even put expenses. I'm so far behind. Well, maybe not so far. Yeah. Even if it is other planners, we all have lives and interests that will appeal to us. Yeah, and that's why I'm really looking at doing not just like just really, like I said, I'm really looking at niching it, and they'll all be undated. So if I create, so let's say I was talking about that, the Alzheimer's one. I didn't really go into detail about that, but the Alzheimer's one. And my sister's going to work with me on it because she works with a lot of Alzheimer's patients. But your loved one gets diagnosed on June 24th of Alzheimer's. So you might be out there looking for resources to help you with this situation you just found yourself in. Well, this is in June. Would be in June. So it's going to be undated, just because when things happen in life, it's not always on a January through December schedule. Ian Eckhart, I think they look quite poor. Yes. I wonder how many she's selling. I keep forgetting to go back and look at the Keep It chart on hers. Some of them, I did look at some of like her notebooks, and she's not really selling very many of them. Hers are all printed by Amazon, and you got to be careful when you have Amazon printer stuff, because you actually give the rights to all the copyrights over to them when they print that stuff. So yeah, I've looked at some of hers. I think the quality is not good, and that's the biggest thing. Like, for instance, I keep showing this one planner because I got to ship this. What's so important to me is the quality of the page. Like, how thick is this page? And when I write on it with a nice pen, is it going to go through? I sell a variety of planners, as most of you know, and some of the pages are so cheap. They're so cheap that, well, I think this might be one of them, actually, because I sold this one too. Let me just feel this planner. Oh, this one's not too bad. This one's not too bad, but some of the planner pages are so poor. Yeah. Hey, good morning, Craig. Not sure of her channel, but she makes loads of different planners. Yeah, I've seen that. I've looked at her store on on Amazon. She would sell more if she kept her politics out of it. Yeah, I think marketing is going to be the toughest thing for me, is getting people to know about my planner and the planners, I should say. The keyword to use is support person. Okay. Yeah, if anybody who watches my channel has an idea for a planner and wouldn't mind sharing information with me, like you just said, Karen, about, doctor visits and the keyword to use as support person, things like that, I would love feedback. I mean, feel free to provide me with stuff like that because, I don't know. Some of the planners I'm creating things for, I'm not an expert in that area. So, yeah, it'll be, some of those will be a challenge. And I'm even trying to decide on, yeah, I don't know. I won't go all into it because I got stuff to package. But yeah, I got to do some research on some of them. Dollar General has been selling, yes, knockoff for years now, and they're good. So I have not had Dollar General, but Dollar Tree has them for $1.25 now because the price has gone up. But yeah, I was eating some at Bingo yesterday, some of the thin mint ones. Oh, you compared a box of Thin Mints and they were one ingredient off. Yeah, they taste identical. Who is Nicole State? Who is Nicole State? Who is she? Was her last name really State, or did she use a fake name? I don't know. All I know is she's been kicked off from eBay, and she took down her YouTube channel. She stole a lot of money from some resellers. Why not make it loose leaf, and customizable? So that is a great comment, Lisa. My first planners will be undated and they will be in a binder format. So they will be, I'll show you similar. This isn't one, this is just one that I'm reselling from Agenda 52. This one was $45. So it'll be like in this format to start off. And inside will be a planner. That way, what I'll probably do is offer, because some of the stuff I'm going to be doing is really specific. And so let's say it's the Alzheimer's one, and one of the pages or one of the sections was appointments. So you'd go right to your appointments. And if you're going to a lot of appointments, you might find that the, I don't know, 20 I put in aren't enough and you want more. You'll be able to order more of just that page if you want. So that's kind of what I'm looking at right now is this type. So I won't have to worry, and it'll probably be probably solid black, because it's going to be unisex. I don't think I'm going to be creating any that are like pink for girls or anything like that yet. I don't know. As of right now, it'll probably be very unisex, because some of the stuff I'm going to be going for, like Alzheimer's, it's male and females. Claudia, I'm terrible at planning. Yeah, but it's good to at least have some type of, at least you have a calendar, I'm assuming, probably around. Going back to bed. Tamara wore me out yesterday. Good night, Mom. Going back to bed. Yesterday she was complaining she didn't get her afternoon nap. All right, so Holly says, I found this. Copyrights protect creative or intellectual works. Trademarks apply to commercial names, phrases, and logos. Okay, thank you for that. So I need to trademark my name, and then I need to copyright the book. Is that it? I think I need to copyright. Gosh, it's got to be so expensive. I don't know. Maybe I won't copyright it right away. Maybe I'll wait. Isn't there something where you're kind of protected if you put something out there, if you can prove when you put it out there versus if somebody else takes it? I don't know. I think there's something like that out there. John Jones. Hey, Johnny. Here's Johnny. Good morning. I caught a live stream. Hey, I think you commented on a video yesterday. I have not read your comment, though. I'm looking for my phone because I was going to pull it up, but Thank you for commenting, even though I don't know what it says. I just remember seeing something pop up saying John Jones said something, and I don't know what. I didn't read it yet. Because I literally woke up, showered, got dressed, came down here, clicked live. 52 52 tips for reselling. We have one for each week in our planner on a journal page. Can have one for each. Yeah, I'd have to collect all those, huh? One of the planners I was looking at, somebody was putting like inspirational quotes, and I'm wondering, talking about copyrights, can inspirational quotes be copyrighted where I wouldn't be able to use them? So that's something I got to find out. I'm writing fiction stuff, but I have trouble accepting the idea of publishing via Amazon. Haven't read the entire agreement yet. Yeah, read it, because I've heard some not so good stuff over it. Oh my gosh, there's a little bird. Where are you coming from? Hello, little chickadee. Oh my gosh, it's so cold out there. There's no food in there for you. How come you didn't go south? Probably because south got snow and he flew north. Go to a local print shop to look at different types of papers. Yeah, so I found a place online that actually sent me a spiral book full of different papers and showing with their max, their gloss, their matte, their gloss, and then the different poundage. So I have gotten something like that, which was so helpful. I don't know if I'll go with them. That's the other thing. I do have to talk to local printers to find out how much it would be. And then I need to figure out if I want to do local or send them away. There is international shipping that I've heard is really like affordable. But then you got to deal with the whole, like, I guess it depends on how much I would order, whether or not it would be flown to me or via the stupid ships that get stuck out in the sea. So I don't know. TikTok and Instagram for marketing. Yeah, I may have to hire a marketing person. I'm not really good at that. I'm not good at like creating the creative videos. I'm also not, I don't know. I got to figure out where I need to spend my time. And obviously, marketing is so important. And you really kind of need to have a marketing plan when you're starting a new business. You have to have money set aside to know things cost money too. But there is a lot of free stuff you can do. So it's just, yeah, I just got to figure that out. But I might hire somebody. The only type of planner I can ever stick with is an undated one. I use an undated desktop calendar. Yeah, I like undated because it's so true. I don't even say like, yeah, this one was undated. And this one that I sold that I got to ship is undated. Undated planners are good, and I have an undated a menu planner and a fitness planner that I use, and it's nice because there's times when I'm really active. Well, not lately, not since I moved here actually, that I was really active with the fitness planner and tracking my meals and planning them and all this type of stuff. Well, that was great because if you went off it for a week, you wouldn't waste a whole week of a page. You would just start the next week in your planner. So I kind of really liked the undated for that. Yeah. But some people don't like the idea that now you got to sit there and fill in the dates. But the only thing on this one planner I'm looking at, it won't have weekly. It'll just have a monthly layout, and then it will have daily because there's things that you would want for daily. So it's really only the monthly you would have to fill out once a month, and then daily you would just write the date at the top of it. Caregiver planner is a great idea. Yeah, I'm actually really excited about that one because I know that was something that was huge. That would have been a huge help with my dad with his Alzheimer's. And it could be anything you're taking care of somebody for. How about a download digital alternative? I have thought about that also. The only problem with digital downloads, you don't know what people are going to do with your item once they download it. So, in the Etsy boards, there are so many people who are commenting all the time about people using their digital download for commercial use and they didn't buy the commercial use policy price behind it. So they're like, so now what do I do? So that would be the only concern I would have about that. Yeah, moleskin cover. I love moleskin. I sell moleskin all the time. Moleskin brand. Like the old Franklin planner types. Nice. Yeah, that's what these are. That's what these are like. I think that's what I'm gonna start with, just because of the niches I'm looking at. I think that works best for them. Now, if it was just a general planner, right? Like spiral bound, people like spiral bound because you can, flip it all the way over and write. Um, it it lays flat. There's just like a lot of positives to spiral bound. The I really like the happy planner with the um oh my gosh, I just forgot what it was called. I just said it a little while ago. But I like that you can remove pages and insert pages on those. And same with the binder. I like that you can remove and insert pages. So I think that there's just a lot of different ways, and people have their different likes. But starting off, I just have to be a little more like focused on just one. And if it works out, maybe I can expand to more. But yeah, I think I just need to focus on one and see where that goes first. I've been reading a lot of feedback, like checking on Amazon and reading feedback and what are people saying about the planners that they bought there. What are they liking and not liking? I think if you're going to do any private label of any sort, it's really important that you look at what's already out on the market and what are people saying about that product. So if I was creating a new tape dispenser, that I would want to read the feedback for this tape dispenser to find out, are people saying it's heavy, that it's bulky, that it's hard to maneuver, the tape always gets stuck? Like, what are people saying? And then make that product better. I want to know the same. I came into YouTube Universe while sick, recovering, and I missed a lot of the drama. Nicole State was already a fallen angel. Who is her? So all I can tell you that I know, but I don't fully know like everything because I didn't follow her. I used to follow her back when she was doing like eBay, and she was like 4 years ago. She was out there doing stuff on eBay. She did a lot of clothes. And I remember she started doing like you could order like subscription box from her. And I just know that people were really complaining about that. Like she was going to the bins buying a bunch of clothes, and she had a huge following on YouTube. And she would get a bunch of clothes, and then you could say for your personal use, like, hey, every month I want you to send me like 4 or 5 items that are a size 12 or size large or whatever. Like you would tell her, and you could kind of tell her what your style is. Like, I don't want any skirts or dresses because I don't wear them, or I just want tops or something like that. I never did it, so I don't know. This is just hearsay. And and I'll put a disclaimer that, yeah, I just don't know a lot. But I do know that people were saying they ended up getting junk. They were getting like Walmart and Target brand clothing when they were promised, more higher end fashion stuff. Maybe not high end, but, maybe at least mall brands, not discount store brands. So there was a lot of complaint about that. She disappeared for a while. I don't know what happened. She got kicked off of eBay. She I think she got asked to leave some reseller event. Again, I'm not 100% sure of all this. And then all of a sudden, like, I didn't hear about her or anything for a couple years. And next thing I know, she's like doing back on YouTube. I see she's in the Poshmark community, really big in Poshmark, doing a lot on Instagram, really big on Instagram. And then she started selling reseller boxes and got back into that. And then I heard people were pretty much just getting screwed, getting crap in their boxes again. And she just disappeared. Like there was so much negative. People were doing unboxings and they were like, I paid $500 for this. Like if I resell this, I can't even get $200 for this stuff reselling. And she just disappeared. Like I haven't seen. I think she took her channel down or something. I don't know, but that's who she is. So she's just been really negative in the reselling world, but she's got her followers who love her and think she can do no wrong and all that. But I never bought a box. I never bought anything from her. But she did create a planner that looked really exciting when I heard about it. She sold out so fast. She pre-ordered them and then had them printed, but they were like really thick. And each day you had like, I don't know, multiple pages to fill out. I don't know. I just looked at it thinking, holy smokes. It was really more towards Poshmark people though. So it was nothing. nothing I would have bought. I think that's great for Alzheimer's patients, and I really got to get back to packaging. I'm really excited about that one. I'm just because again, my life history. Print local, more control, says Doyle. I agree. Yeah, but that's my goal. I'm really hoping I can print local. She blocked you on Instagram, says Anissa. Jeez. Give some planners away to some creators. Ask them to do review video for you. That would help. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking about, Craig. I probably will end up doing that. I just bought a new planner. Hopes it'll help hit your daily, weekly goals. I mean, there's so many different type of planners out there that you really just find which one works for you. There's some planners that I sell that are just monthly layouts, and then they got like a bunch of note pages in them. And then there's some that are monthly and then with weekly, you can see weekly. And then there's some that are everyday pages and broken down by the hour. So if you're really busy and you have to schedule your life or you're homeschooling and you need to put in blocks like that, then that's great. Which homeschooling is one on my list, by the way. So I just brainstormed a whole bunch of different niche planners and made a whole like list of a ton of them. Homeschooling was one of them. All right, I'm going to jump here for a little bit. Hopefully you guys are all reading. People are like tagging other people, so just read what they have to say. Yeah, States Crates, that was the name of it. That's what she called. Hey, good morning, Tracy. Speaking of planners, Tracy bought a planner. Hey, good morning, Diane. Yeah, she stole so much money. Stole money from Craigslist Hunter that the reseller read to use credit card for personal use. That's where it was. I knew that she went to something in the Midwest, I think, if I remember correctly, maybe Kansas City or something like that. And I think she got asked to leave, from what I understand, or something like that. So many layers. So many layers. Yes. I feel like I need that. I need that right now. Yes. All right, I gotta highlight this, Lisa. Yes, some YouTube resellers greedy at expense of their viewers. It is, and I think Tommy made a comment earlier about some eBay camp, and I think that's a thing. Like, it's a fine line. I know some resellers that started like a coaching sessions, and honestly, if you're just starting out, there's a lot of free stuff out there. But if you want to jump in right now and you don't want to take the time to learn everything slowly and you want a condensed version, I am all for that. And I've mentioned that on here before because I was listening to some I took some free classes through like Facebook ads that were popping up, and I signed up for them and I listened to them. And at the end, of course, they always are trying to sell the course, but you can pick up tidbits throughout the free stuff. And there was one I mentioned last year where she was saying how, yeah, you can go on YouTube, you can go on a blog, and you can, let's say you're doing the keto diet, and you can look at all these different recipes and you can try all this different stuff and you can get all this free content on a keto diet. But what if you want a keto cookbook? You want all those blog recipes printed in front of you that you can flip through and look and not have to search through a blog every time. Isn't that bringing some value to somebody? And I think it does. So I think there is definitely a time and a place for some resellers that have a knowledge base that's a good enough, long enough, big enough knowledge base. I do get a little concerned with people who just started off. Let's say I just started off YouTube. I had a video that happened to go viral, and I ended up with 100,000 subscribers overnight. Like, let's say over like a 6-month period. And then all of a sudden, I'm going to start having them pay me a Patreon and pay me for this and that and all this other stuff. And I've only been reselling for 6 months. I think you just need to know, you need to be a smart consumer before you give money to people to, get a little history from them. I started using a digital planner. I can't do digital. I do put it in my phone, like doctor's appointments, so it can remind me a week out. Like with a dentist, like the eye doctor I go to once a year. So it will remind me a week out. See, there you go. Started using my planner and have stopped putting Post-it notes everywhere. There you go. Kind of organizes you a little bit. Something about also, if you've spent money on a planner, you're probably more apt to be like, I'm not going to throw that money away. I'm going to use this and find a way that works good for you. You might find some sections don't work. Hey, I think I'm all cut up. Yeah, some people would rather pay for the info. Yes, absolutely. I think that is the point. Like, there are times when it's not so bad. I think you just got to find what works for you. Okay, so back, by the way, I think we've only packaged 2 things today, an hour and 20 minutes in. Jeez Louise. Okay, let's close this. Let's go back over here. Let's go to eBay. So, because I got this planner here in front of me, I got to take the sticker price off though. So this planner was $3.99, and this was on clearance. If I remember right, this one was on clearance, and it was in like June or something like that. But it's an undated planner, so I'm like, heck yeah, I'm going to pick it up for $3.99, and I sold it for $16.87 because again, it's undated. So I could sell this 5 years from now, and it still would be relevant. Ooh, 15.3. Let's make sure that let me put this planner away since I didn't sell that. Stick that over here. There's on planners, I got to figure out what it is. But is it every 8 years? Every 7 years? No, it's not 7 because we got leap years. Well, whatever it is, every so many years, you can use let's say it's 7 years ago. So what's 7 minus 2022? Whatever that year would be, that planner you can reuse for this year. That probably didn't make any sense what I just said. I think I'm going to bubble. I wonder if the bubble wrap will make it too heavy. Because of the spine here. I just like to bubble in case it gets a little damage on the edge there. Pull this way. Pull. Plus, with the bubble wrap, I can use one of my planner stickers. My website. To my website. Will you fit sideways? I don't know. Don't think you will. We'll go up and down. Michael, you will be happy to know that we are no longer shopping at Lowe's. I know you're anti-Lowe's, but my in-laws are redoing their kitchen and 2 bathrooms, and they bought a microwave. Right, yeah, 15.6. So they bought a microwave from Lowe's, and when they went to install it, one of the screws or something, it was either missing a piece or the piece was broken. I can't remember what it was. And so they went to return it back to Lowe's. And Lowe's said that they wouldn't take it back because, so I don't know about microwaves, right? So they're mounting it above the stove. And my husband had mounted one side, went to mount the other side. This is what I'm on, I think. Went to mount the other side, and that's when he realized something wasn't working or was broke or whatever. So they had to take it down. Well, he couldn't get whatever the screw is, he had to cut it to get it down. He goes, I either had to cut it or I had to put a big hole in the kitchen cabinet, the brand new kitchen cabinet. So he ended up cutting that bolt. So when they brought it back, they wouldn't take it because he had cut the bolt. So he said, he was just like, I literally just bought this, brought it, and it was, this other piece was broken, and I had to do that to get it out. And they said, no, they wouldn't take it back. So he goes, go in your system, and I want you to cancel all that pending stuff that's sitting in your warehouse right now for me to pick up. The stove, the refrigerator, the dishwasher, the vanity, the like a whole bunch of stuff, right? So this is a $400 microwave that they were going to lose. It actually ended, it was like $10,000 worth of stuff that was sitting there that they were going to be having delivered in the next couple weeks. Not to mention, we still need railings on our deck that we just spent a huge amount of money on this deck at Lowe's, and we still needed railings. And we're like, yeah, you're not going to get that $10,000 and all those railings we're going to be putting on this summer. We're going elsewhere now. So they actually went over to Home Depot and reordered the exact same stuff at Home Depot. And I know you're anti-Lowe's, but I got to draft a letter to Lowe's this week and just let them know that, listen, you can go into my Lowe's right now and you can look at how much money we spend, because we've done a lot of home renos from at their house, plus the stuff we've done here. And you guys have just lost a lot of money over not standing behind the product that you sell. And by the way, my husband called the company because they told him to call, it was Samsung. So he called Samsung and they were going to charge him for the piece that was broken. And he was just like, yeah, no. All right, so I sold this right here. These were on, I don't know if they still have them at the Dollar Tree, but these are to use with a Cricut. And I picked up a couple of these when they first came out last year and thought, hey, I'll flip these on eBay because they're a lot cheaper than buying the Cricut brand ones. And this is the first one that sold. So not a bolo. This is my unbolo. I'm trying to find my, here we go. So what I would suggest, if you have a Cricut, these are nice at the Dollar Tree. Look for them. But I would not buy them. Oh, look. Wait a minute. This was Dollar Tree, wasn't it? That's funny. Look, it says $3. I'm almost positive I bought these at the Dollar Tree. Yeah, I bought these at the Dollar Tree for $1. Isn't that the what the label looks like when you order from, or when you buy at the dollar spot of, did I get these at Target? Not the Dollar Tree? That's a question for me, not for you, obviously. I think I may have gotten these at the Target. I'm just going to put a sticker over the price on the back. I think these may have been Target for $3. So I put my cost of goods in here wrong then. I sold it for $8.99. That's interesting. That looks like Dollar General. I don't think that's Dollar General though. I don't remember ever seeing this type of thing at Dollar General. I put down Dollar Tree. I think it is the Dollar Tree. I wonder if maybe the Dollar Tree purchased it from one of those other places and liquidated it there. Because one time last year, the Dollar Tree was selling I bubble wrap this, by the way. I didn't want that to poke through. Still a little worried about it poking through. I wonder if I should put cardboard. It's light enough. I got some scrap here. Oh yeah, I'm going to cut this. So the Dollar Tree had Happy Planner, normally $20 sticker books for $1 at the Dollar Tree last summer. I could never find any around here, but in the Happy Planner groups, there were a lot of people finding them. And some people would buy them and resell them for $5, and they got so much hate from people. I couldn't believe it. Hey, thank you to Bob, who's not in here, but I think he watches from time to time. He sent me a message yesterday saying that the Dollar General, I have to think again. So Dollar General has got a lot of Christmas stuff right now on clearance for 25 cents because they're getting stuff in. Gotta trim this a little bit more. They're getting stuff in that is Christmas related. So all their Christmas stuff is 25 cents. So they're getting stuff in that came in late. I heard this was going to happen with Walgreens too, but honestly, I honestly haven't been chasing any of that stuff. So I don't know if that's happening at Walgreens or not, like all their toys, because my Walgreens had hardly anything for kids for Christmas like they normally do. And I heard that all the stuff was going to start coming in after Christmas and they were going to have to clear it out because they don't have the room for it. And so that's happening at Dollar General. So you might want to check your Dollar General. They've got clothes like pajamas and rugs and all that kind of stuff. It's only $0.25. why that always takes so long. I wish I could just make it so it would stay on longer. 4 ounces. Oops. Wrong button. This one's going to Ohio. How many of you had to learn that state song when you were in high school? In elementary school, you learned all the states and you had to sing them in alphabetical order. Alabama, Alaska, Arizona, Arkansas, California, Colorado, Connecticut. Did you have to sing that song? It's funny. I still remember it. I haven't sang that in a long, long time. It's been a long time. So whenever I fold over these envelopes, I tape the ends because I've not only heard, but I've gotten in the mail where mail will be stuck in there and it's somebody else's mail. So I will do that. I would tell them. I know. So I said to so I wasn't with my husband and my father-in-law when they brought it back. And I said, did you have a manager come over? So when that customer service rep was canceling all those orders, did you make sure the manager was fully aware that the decision that they were making was costing them this much money? And he said, yeah, the manager was right there. I'm like, okay, as long as they know. He goes to Lowe's multiple times a week to buy stuff. Really, really crazy. He was sad. He was talking to one of the gentlemen there called Bear, whoever that is. But he goes, yeah, I was talking to Bear. He's one of the sales associates who he really likes and talks to every time he comes in. And he was telling Bear what happened, and he couldn't believe that they weren't standing behind the product. They would have stood behind it had he not cut the bolt, is what they said. So my husband ended up going over to the bolt section and found pieces to replace whatever it was. And he kept the microwave and they ended up installing it. He said it cost me $5 to buy what I needed to install it. But it's just the fact that they wouldn't stand behind something that came damaged. Originally, you couldn't use it. But yeah, he did cut a bolt. Like, you're telling me that you couldn't replace that bolt with another bolt somewhere? And I'm sure they would have sent it back or done something with Samsung. All right, I'm going to go over to Poshmark because I got those things in front of me and I want to get them out of my way. I sold this, speaking of something listed forever, this Eddie Bauer shirt. It's really a nice one, actually. This Eddie Bauer shirt, size large. And let me tell you how much it sold for. It sold for $8. Bargain. Back. Print label. So yeah, $8 for this, like new. Like, when you look at this tag, I don't think this has ever been washed. It's in like amazing, really good condition. So somebody got a really good deal on this. But this has been listed for a while. I need to get it. Oh, I just got an order. Just got an order from Etsy. I need to get my lint roller. It's got some, like, lint. And now it's on my dress. Hold on. When in doubt, use tape, right? Or when you don't have my lint roller's over on my photo booth area. Doesn't have much, but it's just got these little tiny pieces. I don't know where they came from. Probably from whatever else is inside the tote that this one was in. I see some people will, when they take pictures and before they put their stuff in totes, they'll bag it and all that right off. I don't do that. I'm going to use a medium flat rate box. This is from Poshmark, so trying to get rid of these flat rate boxes. Thanks to the tip that Tommy provided on his show one time, a couple months ago. I was like, oh, that's so great. I got all these flat rate boxes, and when you sell on Poshmark, you're shipping it priority. You can use any box you want. It literally says it on the label, the mailing label, to the post office that, hey, they can use any priority mailbox. So you can use these flat rates. I hardly ever ship flat rate, except for the envelopes. Ooh, it's not sticking very good. I have had these for a long time. Well, maybe not that long. It says June 2020 on it. I guess I haven't had it that long. All right. Print. I love the ease and how easy it is to print on Poshmark. Or just ship on Poshmark. That's going to Nebraska. Chad in Nebraska. I do have a planner I sold on Poshmark. Let's print that label. Okay, let's get that planner. That's this planner, by the way, that I kept showing you guys. That sold on Poshmark. Let's see. I think I got one of those small. So normally that would go in a flat rate envelope, but I'm going to box it because why not? It's Poshmark. And it doesn't cost me any extra money using a box and adding a little more weight. I'd rather use a box. I love these boxes. I don't think I've ever gotten these before. These are 1097s. I love how thin they are. I feel like I hadn't used these for a long time, but I finally got some in. The ones I always use are always a little bit bigger. Let's make sure there's no price on it. Nope. Let's wrap you up in my love. I always sing that song when I wrap. I need some more labels. Box nerd alert. I know I get so excited over my boxes. I'm even more excited. I got to play bingo yesterday. Had to drive a couple hours to get to the bingo hall, though. That kind of stinks. But it was nice. I'm glad we went. Hopefully we'll go again. Just nice getting out. Almost felt like life to normal, even though we had to wear a mask the whole time. All right, Amy in Indiana. You've gotten yourself a planner. Okay. I'm going to have to move everything I just put there because it's not going to be, it's going to be in the way. All right, that's it for Poshmark. Oh, so we have Etsy, another Etsy sale. This is on my other Etsy store where I sell supplies, vintage. Hey, Jeanette. So I sold this craft thing. I don't know. What is it? It's like a toll painting. It's like a toll painting thing. I don't know. Sold for $9.52. Not a big thing here. Just gonna throw it in this. I wonder if I can put it sideways and fold it. Oh yeah, it'll fit sideways. Sideways. Then I can just fold it over. You know what? This might not be thick enough. I'm going to go grab some bubble mailers because, so this is the thing. See how thin this is? It's just like sending a birthday card. This cannot be, you can't put it as a package. It's got to be thicker than this. So I would have to put something in it to make it thicker. Well, I could put, instead of a bubble, I could just use some cardboard. Let me just do that. Let me do that. You got to make it thicker or the post office will actually kick it back. charge you something for something. I don't know. But all I know, not thick enough. It's got to be unmachinable, is what they call it. Let's just put some cardboard in it, which makes it so it won't bend, which I don't think it matters if this one bends or not. Good thing I save all those scraps. Come on. I gotta go see the in-laws' house today, see how that's coming along. They're kind of working really slow on it because they haven't bought the house yet. And they don't want to get too far into improving it. So the situation with my in-laws is the house, the owner has given them permission. He lives in another state, gave them permission to go in and do some stuff to the house while they're waiting for the closing, which is ridiculous how long it's taking. They can store all their stuff, so when they moved over, they put a lot of their stuff right into the house. They do have one whole storage unit though full, but they were able to like gut the kitchen and the bathroom, and they're kind of just moving slowly on doing a lot of the work. They're holding off on some things, like they got to change the water, do something to do with the water, the well. They have to put in like a filtration system and all that, just in case something happened and it fell through. They don't want to be out too much money, but they're already out a whole kitchen and 2 bathrooms, but not the appliances and stuff like that. That's why the appliances were still sitting at the warehouse at Lowe's. Okay. Well, hey, welcome back, Glenn, from work. That's only 2 ounces, which I didn't think it would be high. Why everything always defaults to 15 by 12 by 2 on Etsy? I understand that. $3.86 to ship this. It could have went with just a postage stamp. Just looking. I think that's they probably paid that. Oh, that little birdie's back. Little chickadee. What are you doing, chickadee? How come you're not down south? He's singing outside my window. Poor thing. Probably so hungry. There's too much snow on the ground. He can't get to the grass to where the seeds might be. I don't think. No. Last year I had some blackberries left on my bush that they ate. There's none there right now. Hey, the upside down picker. Hello, hello. And it always defaults to priority. Got to fix that each time. Yes. You know what I hate is when I'm listing on eBay, it always defaults to global shipping program. When I relist something or do something, sell similar, even though I don't have, if I sell similar of my own item and I have first class priority mail for international, it always defaults back to global shipping. Always. I always have to catch that and change it. I've sold, actually today I got something going global shipping. I don't ship global shipping normally. So obviously this one got missed. Ticks me off. All right, so I sold this Pioneer Woman bowls. These were on clearance at Walmart for $3. And it's a 3 set. There's 3 bowls inside here. Maybe I should show you so I got my proof just in case a person complains. So there's one inside here. And then there's one inside here. Russian nesting bowls. So there's a set of 3 bowls. They're made of like an acrylic. They're not glass. And so this was $3, but I sold it for $21.06. $21 plus shipping. I think I've had those since like the spring or summer. It's been a while. They're going to Tennessee. Priority mail. So it's kind of thick. I think I'm going to have to do like a 4-inch thick. Oh, I could probably use my 9. What's this? Let's see if it'll fit in here. Oh yeah, that'll work. Okay, I just put my, I gotta clean up my space here because my wheels of my chair are hitting my packages on the floor. Just clean that up. Okay. So let's go with 3 and 3 more. 3 and 3 more. Okay, let's do some wrapping. Some wrapping and rolling. So this is an eBay 8x8 box, which I already cut down for something else I was going to ship, and it ended up not fitting right and ended up changing my mind. It was something that was breakable, and I didn't like how it just didn't have enough space. Does it do that because the listing you copied used it? No, Tommy, because sometimes I sell similar on my own items. So let's say I just went sourcing and got a whole bunch of planners. I'll list one planner and then I say sell similar, and then list the next planner, sell similar, the next one, because all I change is maybe either the size or, well, sometimes very, very minor changes. So no, so it does it just from even my own listing, and I don't have global shipping on my listings, but it always will come back and say global shipping, and I got to go back and change it, uncheck it, and say no, first class international. Does it all the time. Okay, so wrapped it once. I'm going to wrap it again. Let's see. And I wrap it in the other direction. Put some tape here. I saw Pioneer Woman fabric pre-cuts at Walmart. It's way expensive. Yes, Pioneer Woman even has planners out this year, which I picked up a couple to resell. I think I sold one. I still have, well, I sold one of the meal planning. I still have a meal planning, and I still have both of the regular planners that I picked up from her. So yeah, that wasn't a very good grab for me on those. Planning season is almost winding down. Usually by the end of this month, you'll find very, very few. Like every now and then, I still might get a sale, but yeah, it really, really dives down considerably. Okay, so I think that is really remarkable. This box is going to fit this perfect. That is going to fit perfect. All right. It's probably going to be priority. But I didn't want to have, the other alternative would have been a 12 by 12 by 8 box. That would have been so big. Yeah. Oh my gosh, 1 pound, 8 ounces. They paid for a 2-pound box, but wow. I didn't expect it to be that high. Let's see how tall you are. You are 5 inches. Might need to go to Pirate Ship for this. $8.85. Yeah, let's check out Pirate Ship. Let's see. Who is this going to? Griffith in Tennessee. Griffith, here you are. Yeah, I got something going to Pitney Bowes warehouse. It kind of ticks me off. I didn't catch that one. It's that buyer paid more for shipping than. So there's two things. I make money on international shipping because I ship through Pirate Ship's simple export rate. I like that. So when somebody uses global shipping program, I don't make as much money. UPS ground $8.95. Cubic is $9.12. What? I can go priority mail for $8.85 through eBay. Yeah, I'm going to do $8.85. Yeah, because it's $8.95 to go the UPS. Yeah, $8.85. So it's cheaper to go through eBay shipping. Plus, it goes to the post office versus UPS, which would require another location for me to drive to, and it's further away. Post office is 2 minutes down the road, and the UPS is like 12 minutes down the road. That's that one. Pioneer Woman has a good following. Yeah, they sure do, especially when it comes to their like dishes. And they just had a bunch of clearance at Walmart. Nothing really around my area, but I've seen a lot in the clearance Walmart Facebook groups. Could you have priority mail as your default? No, I don't. Maybe you're talking to somebody else. I don't have priority mail as a default. Sold a ton of her cookbooks as a set. Wow. I don't have any of her cookbooks, and I'm a cookbook. I have a lot of cookbooks. Hey, bye, Laura. Have a good day. 8 items listed this morning. 3 items sold, packed, labeled, slow night on sales. Thank the Lord the grass is dead. My sales are low. I sold. So I had a sale on eBay. I thought a sale was on Etsy. Oh, I got sale on both. I just got another sale. Hey, no cha-ching. What's going on? My phone must be turned off. All right, so I sold this jacket. I sold a Walmart Christmas Village. That's what I just saw. All right, medium. I wanted to make sure this was a medium. So I sold this jacket. It's a 686 brand men's jacket. It was at Amazon at one time. And I paid $29 for it. I sold it for $38. So not a big one, right? Nothing big there. It must have had a good, like scanning it must have been good at one time, but yeah, just didn't end up working out. I don't know. I wonder if maybe when I bought it, I wonder if I ended up selling. I must have sent it in if it was in a Amazon bag. Sent it in and pulled it back. I don't know why. I don't recall the story behind this one. A lot of times I can say, oh yeah, it ended up being a bad buy, or somebody jumped on the listing, or if it was a children's item, I got pulled from the listing, or I don't know. Who knows? I can't remember what went on with this one. I got another one of these. So it's a waterproof cobalt blue 686 hooded Infini-Dry jacket. I just like, did I not even say jacket? But I did. And this is only 12 ounces. It's a lightweight. I should put packable in that because it's lightweight. It's good packable jacket. Where are we going? Oh, this is the one that's going international. I wonder where the buyer's from. Let me check and see. I hate that. I hate that. Oh, let me see. Where are you from? United Kingdom. Oh, I'm sorry you had to pay some stupid, ridiculous price probably for this. And I had the weight off. I had it as 2 pounds. So not only they paid for a 2-pound package and it's under a pound. That stinks. That stinks for them. I really don't like the global shipping program. Like, I really don't like it. It's great for, well, what is it great for? I don't know. I honestly don't think it's great for anything. I guess if you don't ship international at all, then it's good to at least to have that as an option. But it's so easy to ship international. Hi. So Diane says, oh, I got a weird order the other day, or so I thought, for a place called Pago Pago. as thought it was a wrong address, but it was an American Samoa. Ah, yes, that's American Samoa. And there's another country out that way that's I don't it's like out near the American Samoa. I had never known that it was like a territory. The first time I'd ever heard of it. Now, America Samoa I did because I worked for the military. So I knew like obviously American Virgin Islands, Guam, Puerto Rico, American Samoa. And then there's another one. I can't remember what it's called, but I had never even heard of that, whatever that other one was. Yeah, and shipping is just like shipping to like Hawaii when you ship to the American Samoa. So you can use flat rate envelopes, flat rate stuff there. It took a while, but he knew it would be and was very nice about the weight. A pair of Old Navy pants my son never wore and sold them for 21 and made 15. Anyone else ever shipped there? Yeah. So I mean, it was on Poshmark, only place I sell anymore. Oh, so it was on Poshmark. All right, here we go. See, so Claudia lives out of the United States. Global shipping program is awful for international buyers, and it shows how much American resellers haven't got a clue about international shipping. Amen. I'm so bummed that it ended up being that it went there, and I missed that. Ticks me off. Right, let me see this. It's gonna get too long, and it's gonna be hanging out under my wheels of my chair. Right, I got a game board I just sold. I was thinking about putting this in the title, right? Some clickbait title. Let me grab a big box. I'm hoping it fits in this. Is this the biggest one? Come, hello. Are you this? Yes, you are. All right, let's hope it fits in this box. I already have one made up. Could Frankenbox if I have to, because I think this is the longest one I have. Saipan. I lived on Guam 2 years. Dad in Air Force. Oh, I don't think it was Saipan, Lisa. No, because I've heard of that. Tommy says more. Oh, maybe this is it. That doesn't sound familiar, but that sounds odd enough that could possibly be it. Like Saipan, I've heard of. This one, that could be it. All I know is I got a sale on it last year, and I was like, where is that? Because it was like coming up as US shipping type stuff, not international. So I sold this. Pokemon Monopoly, gotta catch 'em all. I had 2 of these games. One was complete, which is this one. One was incomplete because it was missing this little pink guy right there. And I sold them both. So this one went for $63.02. Oh, you're just a little too big. Come on. Ooh, I think I can get you to fit though. I don't have to cut another box. I just had to bend the top a little so it's not folding on its lines. Just reinforce this since it doesn't have the sticky. So I picked this. I don't know where I got this. It doesn't say. I'll find these at garage sales, the Goodwill, all that. I'll pick these up. If you ever find these games and they're not complete, let's say you're at the bins and you see one of these, or you see, like if you see this is, I've done this before at the bins, and you see this and you're kind of standing around, you're waiting, this game, but the pieces are all over. It's not a complete game. A lot of people won't grab it. I will, if I'm waiting for another bin to come out, which I haven't been to the bins in years, but back when I was going to them, I would sit there, and while I was waiting, I would look at the bottom, and all the little like pieces would be down there. Grab them. These would, if you threw these in your cart, they would not even raise up the weight of your cart by anything to actually, because they're tiny. So you could pretty much get them for free. And I would grab these, and you could sell. Like, so I was missing that one piece. You could sell just that one piece on eBay. I don't know how much it goes for, but a lot of times I would pick up pieces to games like that. 2-8. 28. I think this is going to New York, right here in New York. No, Nebraska. 2 pounds, 8 ounces. And you are 15, 12, and 3. 3 point something. 964. They paid $9.93. Good. Covers it. Near Hawaii. Yeah, is that where that is? Mauritius used to make loads of clothing after the Made in USA bomb. Yeah, is that considered a U.S. territory? I don't know. It's over in the Pacific Ocean, the one I'm thinking of. I can't remember what it's called. I hardly ever see anything for it, but yeah, it's out that way somewhere. Okay, I'm just checking. I'm gonna see. I think I only got one thing left. eBay, Etsy, eBay. Oh no, that's right, because I sold something on Etsy. Let's go see what I sold. Might as well grab it. Okay, lemons. I gotta go grab a planner with lemons. I've got only 3 of this type of planner left. And these are my most popular planners. I feel like I did really well judging how many I was going to sell this year. I'm very happy with that. All right, so again, I tissue these because I close them up with my label that's got my website on it. I know we got new people in here because we got new numbers popping up. We were just at 32 people in here. You believe that? 32 people. Should I sound like Larry? Hello, my lurkers. If anybody watches LL Stash, sometimes I listen to him in the morning, but I'm busy. I don't have time to even say hello because I'm just doing stuff, and so I don't want people to be like hi, and then I feel horrible when I don't say anything hi back. And he's always like, hello, my lurkers. And I'm always saying back to my phone, hello, Larry, even though you can't hear or see me. Okay, so this was on Etsy. This is going to Florida. The good old homestead. Stayed at the air base there before. So Lisa, I think you've told me that you lived in Guam before. I had employees in Guam, and I never got to make it there. Just kind of disappointed. It's one place I never got to see. Sorry, it's Northern Mariana Islands. Okay, so that could be it. That could be it. Like I said, I don't know. I just know that whatever name you said wasn't something I hear very often, if ever. So it's like, yeah, that could be it. I don't know if I heard it or if I would remember it. Good morning. Didn't go to work today. Oh, I know. -6. Isn't that horrible? It's so cold. I mentioned you earlier, Bob. I said that you had mentioned that people should run to the Dollar General because there's possibly some good deals to be had there. And I also heard, I think it was Scott, the bearded picker, that had mentioned, I think maybe it was just before Christmas or right after Christmas, that Walgreens, I think it was him, that Walgreens hadn't gotten all of their Christmas stuff in, all their toys, and that when they started to come in because of the backlog at the ports and stuff, all those things were going to be discounted considerably. So really kind of keep an eye out at the stores for those type of things that are coming in. I saw on Big Lots website a couple weeks ago that they said that their Christmas stuff hadn't all arrived, and that they were going, as it came in, and we're going to be highly reducing it. I'm like, wow, that's good if you can time it right and being at the store when that happens. All right, I have, right, here's the thing. Oh, I know what it was. It's the, oh, that Christmas Village. That's going to New York too. I got to grab that. So I sold, finally. So, tell me if you guys ever deal with this. You have something listed on eBay for 3 years and somebody sends you an offer. So I had something listed. Let me tell you the dollar amounts. For $35. I'm running a sale right now, so it's on sale for $29. Somebody sent me an offer for $15. And I sat there like, normally $35. They're offering me $15. I have pennies into it. Maybe $4, let's say, into it. Right? So I'm like, should I take the $15? It's been 3 years. And I'm like, well, you know what? $20 is really still a great deal for this. So I countered at 20. And a whole time after I countered, I'm like, should have just taken the 15. Because if they don't take the 20, I'm stuck with this item that I've had already for 3 years. Thankfully, they accepted my $20 counter offer. But I was like, I should have just taken the 15. What would you guys have done? $35 item that I already felt $35 was a good price. But I've had it for 3 years because when I show you what it is, I strongly feel that the pandemic is the reason why I still have some of the stuff around, because people aren't having parties anymore. And that's what it is, party supplies. So let me grab it because I need to sort through. All right, I think most of it is in here. Party. I know, take the money. I know, Tracy, I should have. I countered. Thankfully, they took the counter. But I really regret it afterwards. So I'll show you what I sold. Well, I'll pull them out because I got to find everything. I don't know if this is the bag. It's not. Oh, wait a minute. It is. Okay, so it is Hello Kitty. That's upside down. Hello Kitty party supplies. There's a lot. So in the party supply pack, I should find, hold on. Let me pull up the listing so I can pull out, I got the picture in front of me, but the list. So you are going to get a giant scene banner. So let me find the giant scene banner, which I had this one, but this isn't it. I got this giant scene banner, but this is different than what's in my picture. The one in my picture has got a light background. That's more of the dark. I've got so much over here. I got a whole tote full. See, these are all seen. Okay. Do I say specifically which one you're going to get? Let me keep one aside in case I have to substitute. All right. So here we go. Oh, this tote is full of Hello Kitty birthday party supplies. So if anybody wants to have a Hello Kitty birthday party, hit me up. Because I got supply stuff for you. Here it is. This is the one I sold. I sold that one. But it has a whole bunch of stuff with it. So we've got a giant 8 invitations and 8 thank yous. So the party, it says party on it. Party time. Invitations. And thank you notes. I've got some here in front of me. What do we got here? Thank you. Ah, these are different thank you cards. I got those thank you, but these are different than what's in the picture. So that must be a different set. Oh, I'm sorry, I just banged the microphone. All right, let me put that over here because that must be separate. The pictures of these sets is horrible. Okay. No. Those aren't thank yous. All right, you guys got to sit here while I figure this out. I didn't do it before I went live. I should have. Here, they say thank you. Those aren't the same ones. These are a black background. I got so much stuff. So much stuff. So many different types. They look like they're not in a box, so you're not one of these. So I got these two that have the Hello Kitty's face. All right. I don't see that specific thank you. So I thought I had 2 totes of this stuff, but I didn't see the other tote. All right, now I gotta pull this back out. Those are thank you. Those aren't the black ones. Okay, I'm just gonna pull those out for now. I've got a red ribbon, and it looks like a cake topper. I mean, I'll show you guys this so you can follow along. This is what I'm packing. That's what I'm packing. So I'm really wondering if there's another tote over there. Okay, here's the cake topper and a red ribbon. A red ribbon. I don't see the ribbon in this pile. Treat bags. I thought I had everything bagged up. Here's the ribbon. It's actually not red, it's pink. And then, okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 of the buttons. Because they're party favors. 8 buttons. 1, 2, 3, 4. I think I gotta grab from that bag I just had. Oh, I found the thank you cards. I found the thank you cards. A 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 of these. We got some decorative garland stuff right here. Decorative garland. And then we got some confetti and treat bags. So here's the treat bags and confetti. Oh, here's balloons. I see balloons. These look like different balloons. Let's hold on. All right, confetti. There's more balloons. Here's some confetti. Confetti. Ah, different confetti. That one's different than that one. Is it this confetti? It is this confetti. All right, balloons. Ah, here's the balloons. These balloons, not these balloons. I got these balloons and I got these balloons. Both Hello Kitty. All right, that's it. All right, if anybody needs bridal shower, baby shower, ugly dolls, you know, the cartoon ugly dolls, I've got that for birthday supplies. I got a lot of this Hello Kitty. So one of my listings is a variation listing, and it's set up so people can choose what they want rather than this being already pre-made. I've sold so few of those items. Oh, you know what I did sell that I had of, and Michael, I don't know if you're in here, but it makes me think of you. I did sell a lot of baseball themed party supplies. I had some of those. Okay, purchase shipping label. So this one for 20 bucks, all this supplies. That's not bad when you think about it. Because if I was to go, like, you go to the Dollar Tree and buy party supplies, but you're probably not going to get a Hello Kitty. And it comes with the balloons. It comes with this that you can take pictures in front of, like a big decoration. Some confetti. This for the treat bags. The decoration. Put on the cake. Your thank you cards. And for the birthday girl. And then for your 8 guests, they get their own buttons too. So that's not too shabby for 20 bucks. Because just this would be $1, $1. Like if you're at the Dollar Tree buying your birthday stuff, it would be $1 a piece. $1.25 now. Right, I'm gonna see if this fits in. It's all going priority. Let's see if it fits in one of those boxes here. It should fit. Yeah, it'll fit. It'll fit. Take the money after that long. I surprisingly sold 4 packs of party invites yesterday. Wow, maybe people are having parties again. What was the name of the label maker and do you still like it and where you got it? Hi, Diane. So it is a Munbyn, Munbyn. There's a link down below in my videos that link you to the Munbyn's website. That is an affiliate link. You may be able to find it cheaper on Amazon. I stopped putting Amazon affiliate links because they piss me off. So you might be able to find it cheaper there. Like me not having a link to Amazon is going to hurt them, right? But yeah, I like my label printer. I have had to, like last week I had to unplug it. Or not unplug it, I just had to turn it off and turn it back on and like realign the pages, the labels, but I don't really have any problems with it compared to like Dymo was, at least once a week, if not more. I have to turn it off and turn it on, reset it. I don't really have any issues with it. I use generic labels. They actually say in the listing on Amazon that they work with the Munbyn, and these, I've had no issues with these labels. I've been very happy with the labels. I feel like a lot of it comes down to the labels more than the printer. 2 pounds, 5 ounces. Because I have gotten, I bought some labels that didn't work at all well in it at all. 15, 12, 15, 12. $8.35. Oh yeah, it's going to Brooklyn. And it's going to somebody whose last name is Lowe, L-O. So probably with that type of name, it looks like it possibly is a Asian name. Perfect for me with the Hello Kitty. I love Hello Kitty. So I told you before how much I love buying, like how much I love stationery. And even as like a young adult in my 20s, I would go to this kid store. It was like a locally owned, toy store, but they had like kid stuff in it, like baby. You could buy strollers and stuff like that. And I would go there, and they were the only place that carried Hello Kitty stuff. And I would buy the Hello Kitty notebooks and use them. In my 20s and 30s, I like Hello Kitty. Have you tried your party stuff on Poshmark? They have a category under home for party stuff. I have not tried that, Diane. You know, I really need to retake some of my pictures, right? Because that picture was not very good of that. I need to take new pictures. So when I came home with that stuff, I had so much of it. And sorry, my clock is going off. It says it's 3 o'clock right now. But I pulled up to my front door and brought all this stuff in right into my dining room because I had so much space to sort everything out. And when I was getting that, Party City was going out of business. And it was like the last weekend that they were opening. They were closing on Sunday. We were there, I think, Saturday, maybe Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. And it pretty much was fill a card up. And when you got up to the register, the first couple of days, they would scan your items and you would get like 80% off. But the last day, it was you would pull up with your cart and they would be like $5. They didn't care. They were like whatever. So towards the end, I started just pretty much picking up anything. Like if I could bundle it, that was my whole plan was to bundle stuff. So I was picking up bundles, stuff to make bundles. So baby shower, bridal shower, and then specifically birthday. So I wasn't picking up, if I could only pick up 2 Disney themed party stuff, I wasn't picking it up. I wanted to be able to pick up a bunch. So I cleared out this Hello Kitty and all these other things. NFL, they had so much NFL stuff. I've got paper plates for so many different teams. I'll have to see if what teams, if any of them are going to be in the Super Bowl. Or, well, we don't know who's in the Super Bowl yet, but yeah, we ate on the New York Jets plates the other day. Like we've been using them because they haven't been selling, and I'm like, we'll just use them. So we've been going through a lot of my stock on those paper plates. Hey, good morning, Tio, and hello, Paul. How are you doing? I did sell something on Walmart, on eBay while I have been talking to you guys. So I'm going to go grab that. It is a holiday time Christmas Village House Meadowbrook Farm. It's my last one. I got 2 of them on clearance for $7.50, and I've sold them both. Holiday. Meadowbrook. Meadowbrook. I may have to go get a box too because I don't see any 12 by 12s here. Let me go grab a box. Where are my boxes? Are you some? No, you're eBay. I got a whole box. I know. I only need one, but I didn't want to be away from you guys for so long. I grabbed some more of these. My other box, I guess I had already emptied it, so I need to open a new box. A box of boxes. And I need some scissors. I ordered so many of these boxes last Christmas. Finally getting low enough to be really low on them. There we go. Okay. Let me get this out of my way. Our weather has been so cold here, and we have had no heat in our bedroom upstairs, bedroom and bathroom. It's been so cold. eBay tape. I need to go and spend my eBay coupon. I don't know what to get this quarter. I might just get padded envelopes. All right. Let's hope that the cheapest way to ship this is priority mail, and that I shouldn't possibly go. Let me make sure they didn't choose another way. I think it's going to New York, so I'll be good. Yeah, it's going to New York. Let's put in some air bubbles. Uh-oh, I think I might be getting lower all out. My bag is empty. There's a garbage bag for next time I need a garbage bag. What have we got in here? What have we got in here? None of you is good. None of you is good. I do got some big bubbles. I didn't really want to use them on this, but I'm going to have to. It's all I got. All I got. I'll use the big bubbles in this. So I don't think I even showed you what I bought, what I got, what I sold, did I? It's just those Christmas villages that Walmart sells. If you've been watching my channel, you see that I've been selling those even when I was paying full price for them. And I was able to find a couple on clearance right after Christmas, 50% off. And then my sister-in-law saw some for me and she picked some up. No heat in the bathroom. There would be no bath or shower. I know, it's so cold. So we're using the heat from the other rooms to kind of, heat that room up. So let me finish with this and then I'll talk about my heating situation. That tape is making so much noise. Okay, so 4 pounds, 13 ounces. Oh, I did 4 pounds even. So thankfully it's in New York. $8.09. Yeah, it costs $8.20 instead of $8.09. That's not bad for my mistake. Did I say how much I sold this for? I think I did. It's going to New Hartford, New York. New York, New York. Okay, so let me tell you. I'm all done packaging. It only took me. My bangs look so short today. Like they're short anyhow, but now it's all staticky. Look at my hair over here. It's always backwards. It's like sticking way out. Y'all didn't tell me my hair was like so bad today. Even though I've been looking at myself. All right, so get this out of my way. Keep hitting it. So we have 3 zones, I think, in our house. I think 3 zones. We've got down here is a zone which has got radiant floor heating, except for in my office, in this one little area, like where these totes are, right here, that's got radiant floor heating underneath it. But where I'm at, it's just a cement slab. That's cold right here, just on my feet. My upper body's always warm. So that's one zone. The other one is like the living space, the kitchen, the living room, the dining room. That's all on one zone. And then the 3 bedrooms and the 2 bathrooms are on another zone. Well, for some reason, that second zone, or the third zone or whatever zone, the bedroom zones and the bathroom zone is not getting any heat. I shouldn't say it's not getting any. The pipes are hot. We have hot water baseboards. The pipes are hot. But when and it's been going on for over a year, by the way, all last winter, we dealt with this exact same thing. When you touch the pipes, they're hot. When you put your hand near the hot water baseboards, you can feel some heat coming out, but it's not a lot of heat, but you can feel heat. But for some reason, those rooms are always cold. Well, so it was like 17 below zero, 19 below zero the last few nights. And during the nighttime, our bedroom is at 59 degrees. Well, when I'm sleeping, I don't mind it cold. But man, when I get up to go to the bathroom, on my tile floor in the bathroom, it is so cold. Last weekend, it was so cold that I went to take a shower. For those who watched my travel time chit chat, the drain was frozen. The water wouldn't go down the drain. So I was like, okay, can't take a shower. I better go. I'm going to take a bath. And I turned the water on. I was like, oh shit, that one is frozen also. So I couldn't take a bath either. So by the end of the day, my husband had put some Epsom salt down it, and that unfroze it. So we were able to. We haven't had any problems with frozen since then, but it is cold. So on Saturday we changed the thermostat. We thought maybe something was wrong with the thermostat, and changed that out, which we changed last summer too, or last winter. He's bled what they call bleeding the lines to get the air out of them so many times. That doesn't seem to be fixing it. So we're kind of at a loss. Oh, we changed out the for those who know anything about plumbing and heating and all that stuff, the circulator. So he changed out the circulator pump for that. I think it's a pump. I don't know. Whatever. There's some gadget that goes on for that zone. He changed that out. Yeah. I have no idea. We don't know what's going on. All the other zones work with no problem. I wish I had all that room to store stuff. Yeah, I'm very, very lucky with my space. I really like how much space I have. I don't mind cold bedroom at all. Our bedroom is quite cold. We regularly even open the window a bit in the winter. Yeah, that's the thing. But no way a cold bathroom. That is it, Claudia. I don't mind the bedroom being cold. Plus, I got carpeting in the bedroom. So if I get up at night in the bedroom, it's not so bad. But when I hit that tile floor, like real tile floor, it's so cold. And getting out of the shower. So I've got a like a jacuzzi tub or whatever. Which when we bought the house, I was like, we're going to renovate this bathroom. We're going to take that out. We're going to put in a bigger walk-in shower because I got a walk-in shower. And we're like, we're going to redo this whole bathroom. And I started using that jacuzzi tub probably 2 to 3 times a week. I just would get in it before going to bed and soak for, I don't know, like a half hour max. I'm in there for. And when I'm in the bathtub, I can see the TV in the bedroom. So I will take over the bedroom and the bathroom and watch TV. And I'm like, hell no, right now. It is so cold. To get out of that is so cold. So cold. So yeah, it's been tough. The bathroom has been the hardest. The other day when I got out of the shower, I'm like, this is just ridiculous. Because the cat had come in and left the bedroom door open. So if I close the bathroom door and I take a shower and take a really hot shower, it warms up the bathroom enough where it's not like bitter cold when you walk out. But the cat had opened the door. I must have not have closed it all, latched it all the way, but he pushed it open. And oh my gosh, it was so cold that morning. Oh yeah, that's not good. So I think we're at the point now. He worked on it again yesterday. He called somebody on Saturday morning, and they told him like, oh yeah, you should do this, this, and this. Somebody who's come and worked on our furnace before. And he's like, yeah, I've already done all that. But he did all those things again, and it's still not working. So at this point, we're going to hire a professional to come in. Do you have warm floor in the bathroom? I don't. So so this is where we thought maybe the problem was. Last year, we hired somebody to come in, and they had to put in, I think it's called a C line or something in our furnace, because I bought a wireless smart thermostat. I wanted it so, because we do travel a lot, and I wanted it so if we're gone for a weekend, I can turn the heat down to like 60 or even 55 to save money. But then when we're on our way home, if we're like 4 hours out, I can turn it up and say, okay, put it back to 68. So I bought one of those. Well, it turned out that the house wasn't wired for the thermostat to turn on, or like to be able to use a wireless one. So he had to run, they call it the C wire or the COM wire. I don't know, something like that. So he had to do something to the furnace. So whoever we hired came and did that. After my husband did that, I talked about how cold the bathroom floor is in the winter, even aside for before we started having these issues, because that tile just gets cold. And so my husband, so I don't know if you can see, you probably can't, maybe like right here, if you look at my ceiling, there's some like silver stuff up there. So my husband, he's very, very handy. I'm so fortunate I married a man who knows plumbing and electricity and carpentry and all that, like extremely, extremely knowledgeable in that stuff. So he decided to take our hot water pipe and added radiant floor heating all under here, right there. That's all under my bathroom, my master bath right there. And he added all of that, and we had nice warm floors. So when I got out, it was nice and warm. Well, he's thinking, or he thought this year, that could have been possibly what's causing the problem, because now we've added more footage that the hot water needs to go through, and that could be causing some of the problems. So he undid half of it about 3 weeks ago. And this weekend he undid the rest of it. So now I no longer have even just that little bit of heat on the floor. So now I'm back to having no heat. But it might come back if he finds out whatever the problem is, he might add it back if that wasn't the issue, which it wasn't the issue because it's still cold. Ceiling fan to push the hot air down from the ceiling. There's no hot air even in the ceiling. It's really cold in the bedroom. Well, I mean 59. Why not use a portable heater? I could in the bathroom. I bought a portable heater for in here. So I bought this. This was on clearance for $11 at Lowe's. And which, by the way, when you lift it, it stops working. It has to be on the ground for it to work, or it has to be like on a surface. The problem is I have walked out of here and forgotten to turn that off. So I'd be really worried. I get very nervous about portable heaters, space heaters, things along those lines. No heating under the tile floor. No way. We have heated floors in both bathrooms. Yeah, it's tough right now. It's tough just because from lack of the heat in the air above the floor, and then the floor just being cold. Yeah, it's been brutal. And it's been so cold here too. Like, I don't even know what it is today. Bob was in here earlier. I don't know if he's still around, but had mentioned -6 where he is. And I think he's over near Rochester. And let's see what it is today. Let's see what it is right now. It's been so cold. Like, it was 16 degrees, and on the radio they were talking about how warm it was. We're on our way to bingo, and I said, it's bad when they're talking about how warm something is, and it's 16 degrees out. So it's 7 degrees right now. But look at the low, -23. If anybody is friends with me on Facebook, you've seen me say, send some global warming my way, please. It has been so cold. And it has been like a month like this. It has been so cold for a month. I'm like, I just want 30 degrees again. But if you look every night this week, except for in the next 10 days, there's only 2 days that it's not below zero. And for Claudia, this is Fahrenheit, of course. See that? -23, -3, -16, -13, 3 degrees, -6, -4, -4. It is cold. Right, Cindy? It is cold. Hey, hi. Hi, Cindy. Welcome. It has been so cold. I am so tired of this weather. I have a friend who lives down in the Palm Springs area of Florida, and he said it was going to be in the 30s this morning. Ridiculous. Do you like having a smart thermostat? So many mixed reviews, I can't decide. I haven't been able to use it. So we tried to plug it in last year. It wasn't working. We took it out. My husband put back in just the normal one you turn. But again, we just never got our heat. Something is wrong with our heat. I think it's whatever that guy did a year ago, because that's when we've had the problem, when he put that C line or whatever in. So I don't know, because I haven't been able to use it. So we just reinstalled that smart thermostat. I helped my husband install it because he installed it originally. And I think maybe he didn't install it right. So we just installed it. But I guess with the one we bought, it's the brand name is Tran. And it sounds like you have to have like a homing unit or something to go with it. So we probably won't even be able to use the smart part of it. This one was actually I bought this one at Ollie's. It was like $6. But I don't have that home unit, so we probably won't end up using the Wi-Fi part of it. Maybe once we get our heat fixed, maybe I'll spend the money and buy like a Nest or something. Actually, I think maybe I bought a Nest. It's upstairs. I do have another smart thermostat upstairs. I think that one may have been a nest. I don't know. Sorry, but global warming is here. We are at +3 Celsius here today. I know. I know that the earth is warmer. I mean, obviously there's, pictures of showing the ice caps and stuff are melting. It's just weird when you're freezing your tush off to think that the world is getting warmer when you're freezing, and it's just been so cold. There you go, Lisa. South Florida 39 this morning. See, my friend is in South Florida, and he's been giving us a lot of crap because he used to live up here. He was in the military with my husband, and then he moved to Virginia when the base relocated some of their F-16s to Virginia, and then he retired and ended up moving to South Florida. And so he posted complaining about his temperature. And I'm like, listen, you're giving me a hard time. I'd take 39. That's a heat wave right now. Yeah, a lot of neighbors' pipes are freezing. So my husband talked to Ron, who is the gentleman that comes over from a company called Cornerstone, who does the heating, HVAC stuff. And he said they have been so busy because this is like the cold spell has just been crazy here. Like, it's not, obviously, we live in the North Country. We live way up north near Canada. In the winter, it gets cold. We know that. But for such a long stretch, like it's been a long stretch, like a month of this really bitter cold weather. So he said that a lot of people who live in trailers or most people around here have a basement, unless you live in a trailer. If you live in a double wide or a single wide mobile home, I guess you call them too, that they're having a really hard time right now with a lot of pipes freezing. Yeah, it has just been so cold. All right, so 3 Celsius is 36 Fahrenheit. It's very uncommon. Oh, really? It's uncommon to be 36 Fahrenheit? Now, that 36 is not uncommon for us in the winter. Of course, I don't know where we are. You're higher north than us, though, than where I am in New York. I was looking at that the other day because honestly, I Googled Ukraine because I'm like, where is the Ukraine? I know it's next to Russia, but where is that? Because there's a lot of crap going on right now with the Ukraine. And I was looking at all the countries around it, and I looked at Norway and Sweden, and is it Ireland that's next to Sweden? I don't even know. I was just looking at where everything is, and then I was trying to look at where it is, like on a globe with the, I don't know, what's that called? What's the latitude? Longitude? Like, I don't know, whatever that is. I was trying to look to see where it's at, and I thought, you're a lot more north than I am. You're up like if I lived in Alaska. That's how high north you are. That's what it looks like when I looked at the map. Propane is almost 150 a week right now. Wow. We got wood, but we have been pumping through our wood. Like, we've been going through our wood a lot. My husband keeps saying it's because my father-in-law puts the wood on the wood furnace too often. Like, he needs to just let it go down to coals, not keep adding wood constantly. But I think it's just because, number one, it's been so cold. And then without having heat in that area, is that doing something to our going through the wood? I don't know. Have to say goodbye, snow blow the driveway, and off to DG. Hey, Bob, have a good day. I hope you find some good deals. Global warming will not cause generalized warming, but a complex change in the weather systems due to the melting of the ice peaks of the globe caused by the warming up. Yeah, I know. I just say it. I probably shouldn't say it, but I just say it because it's just cold. It's cold and I like to complain. Finland, that's what's next to it. Okay. See, I don't know. I took a class in high school or elementary school at one time, and we had to know where everything was. I don't know where hardly anything is anymore. One of the rentals I lived in had exposed pipe in kitchen. It would freeze sometimes. Crappy landlord. Oof. But my husband and I were talking about how we I was telling him yesterday that, we talked about in the wintertime taking the RV and going south. Man, if you were traveling and living in an RV, with some of the cold weather we're dealing with right now in the US, especially in the East, you would have to worry about your pipes freezing, even down in Georgia. Whoops. I am as high as Anchorage in Alaska, but it is a lot warmer here these years. It is really scary. Do you have to deal with the nighttime? Like Alaska has to deal with, like in the summertime, it's like daylight all the time. Like it starts to get dusk, like, where it will start to kind of settle. The sun will set, but then it won't ever really set. It'll just come right back up. So it's always daylight out, of some sort of daylight. And then in the winter, they just get dark all the freaking time. Like I couldn't do it. Ugh. At least if it's cold and it's sunny, it just makes such a big difference, in my opinion, of your like day. Like Saturday, my husband, after we did the thermostat, we were trying to decide, like, should we go out for lunch? My in-laws had gone off shopping to buy their new appliances at Home Depot. And I said, he goes, hey, let's go to the India restaurant. And I said, well, I was thinking of maybe the Chinese in another town. And then I was like, oh, I know where we should go. We should go to, it's a town called St. Regis Falls. It's in the Adirondacks. I said, we should go there and have lunch because it's a further drive. And it was a beautiful sunny day. Cold, very cold, but it was a sunny day. I think it was maybe like 6 degrees out. And a lot of snowmobilers will stop here and eat. And it was so crowded with snowmobilers. And so we went there for lunch. And the whole time I'm like, man, you guys, it is so cold. And you're out there on your snowmobiles. But look, let me show you this. I got to wrap up the show. We're on almost 3 hours. I was only going to do like an hour, if even that, today. So this is the place where we ate at. It's called Deer Valley Restaurant. And they put these bales out here. They're probably soybeans. And the deer come and they're literally right outside the window eating. So this was while I was waiting for my food to come. At one point, I counted 16 deer that were out there. Isn't that crazy? Oh, backsplashes. So that was nice. It was nice. That was so crowded. It took us a while to get our food, almost an hour. But I knew going there it was going to be crowded just because it was a very sunny day. It was a beautiful day if you wanted to just get in your car and go out and you got heat in your car. Lots of Amish in our area have converted from propane to solar. The Amish that's been helping us with my in-laws' house, he lived in Kentucky for a while. He said he did not like it at all. Not at all. He moved back up here. I mentioned, actually, Holly, I told him, I said, I have a friend who hired some Amish to put a roof on her house. And I'm almost positive you told me. I said, she was telling me that some of the Amish around there like have bathrooms, indoor plumbing and all that. And he was like, yeah, it goes, now we don't, not up here. He goes, every Amish like community is different in how they're run. We have like 60s during the day and 32 at night. Now I can handle that. We've had a few 19s at night. Yeah, I could handle that. I'll take 60s during the day. I mean, 32 at night, I'm in bed sleeping. I don't care what it is outdoors. Oh, I'm a geography teacher. I didn't know that. I did not know that. Or are you just saying you are now? I don't know. Yeah, I'm so bad. So many times, like when the Iraq war started in Afghanistan, I was constantly looking up. And even today, when I looked up Ukraine and I was looking and I was like, why did I always think Pakistan was above Afghanistan? It's below it. Like, I'm so messed up. Yes, we have no nighttime in Trodium summer. Is that what it's called? In summer, when it looks like it will start to darken a bit and then boom, sun is back again. Yes. So my husband said he was in Alaska in the summer and he's like, it's so weird because it's 11 at night and it feels like the sun's just starting to go down. He goes, but it never sets. It just comes right back up. Looks like a great place to eat. Yes, it was really nice. We had a really good time there.
Excuse me.
Yes?
If I started loading with wood from the outside, would I bother you?
Nope. Nope, you're good.
Okay.
I've enjoyed your Chit Chat Live grand show. Tamara, bravo. No, thanks. Yeah, I do gotta wrap up. I'm a historian in geography, but I have masters in geography. Wow. That is history was I hated history class. Like I would go to history today though. I would take classes today. We watch like the history channel we have here in the US, and I'll watch that and I'm just like, wow, I didn't even know that. Like there's so much stuff, and I know I was taught it, but I just didn't care in high school. Did not care one bit. We'll take cold weather any day as long as the wind is light. Makes such a difference. I don't mind. Like, I'll take cold weather over hot weather, like hot and humid. I'll take that because I can always put clothes on. I can always put multiple layers. Like, if I was on a snowmobile, I could have a helmet on and they got heated everything and all that stuff. But in the summer when it's really hot or humid and you cannot get any relief from the humidity and you're just sweating and your pores are all just clogged with sweat, I do not like that at all. Because there's only so many pieces of clothing you can take off. Even if you're laying completely naked, it's still hot when it's like that hot. You can have a fan. Of course, up here, we don't all have central air conditioning. Like if we had air conditioning everywhere, it probably wouldn't be so bad. But still, who wants to be inside all summer? I like to get out. Have a wonderful week, everyone. Bye for now. See you later, Carlene. Yeah, I'm going to wrap up too. Let's see, it's almost 11:30. So yeah, it's almost been 3 hours. I'm going to let you guys go. Thank you for hanging out with me today and listening to me brainstorm about my new business venture and what I'm looking at doing. Appreciate the feedback. If you are listening and you didn't hear that part of the show, go back and watch it. I'd love some feedback on what you guys think. I'm really kind of excited about it. I'm going to work on some of that. Oh, I saw something moving. There's a deer running right there. So I'm excited to kind of start that new chapter of my business, and yeah, we'll see what it does. I'm excited for it. I'm really excited. But have a great week. I will see you guys on Wednesday. What's Wednesday? The 26th. Yeah, I think I should be around as of right now. I should be around on Australia Day, which is Wednesday, January 26th. Have a great day. See you on Wednesday. Bye.